let's go.
All right, I'm looking forward to this match because Game and Watch tends to be a very crazy character to fight against. He has a lot of negative matchups against characters you wouldn't expect, but also positive matchups against high tiers you wouldn't expect.
Right.
So he always has tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky character and one that you need to watch out for because Mr. Game Watch always has that up B out shield, which is such a potent tool, but also his smash attacks are so good and it can be very tough for a character like Palutena to properly deal with that. And already we see Mr. Game Watch taking a big lead here. One stock only 43%.
Yeah, he's really going at it, getting those long combos.
Yeah. Now it's Palutena's time. Up
Well,
airs. Tries to contest the key, but it all ends up badly. 74% already. And it's crazy how quickly the tides or how quickly the tides are turning from one side to another. But this Mr. Game Watch sure knows what he wants to do.
yeah, he really has a lot of stage control right now. Center stage is his territory. That Palutena isn't coming anywhere near it.
No, and he can't recover either. Gets the turtle into his face and oof. This is looking rough already. 2 stocks down. Can he even make a comeback right here, or is MFH gonna take it all?
We might even see a 3-stock here, the very first game.
Could very well be. You know, that's always the crazy thing about those winners round 1 matches. You never really know what to expect. It might be some kind of hidden boss. Might be someone that can really turn the tides on you. And here we see just the Mr. Game Watch player in case just completely overwhelming his opponent. He's not letting up on the aggression.
Normally people do see Game & Watch as a bit of a gimmicky character, with Judge, of course. Oh,
Yeah.
and that forward air is going to take it.
Yeah, the Judge is, of course, a tool that Game Watch has not really used as often, but when it comes out, it can suddenly turn the entire game in your favor.
Yeah, a lot of people, just because he has Judge and down throw Judge is pretty close to being a true combo. People think he's a gimmicky character that'll try to go for it often, but as we saw here, he almost didn't use Judge at all.
Right.
Went for all the consistent moves, and that just shows what Game & Watch is really capable of.
Right, because Game Watch in and out of itself is a fantastic character with great tools. There's no reason to really use the Judge if you don't have to, but we'll find out what happens in game number 2. It is MFH with the lead. That is Minion from Hell with the lead right here against Gentio. Once again, we see the Minion from Hell absolutely just demolishing Gentio right here. His Game Watch play is looking on point. We see the bucket coming out to absorb that explosive flame, but Gentio smartly doesn't use it directly on his face, just uses it to cover some zone. Gets that down smash and covers it with the up B.
This is looking to be a very interesting first match. I didn't expect Game & Watch to, come out like this.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think, as a Palutena player myself, I think this matchup is rather even. But what I think that Gentio should do more is use his forward aerial to space more on the on the shield Game Watch and punish what is coming afterwards. Because Game Watch is looking to punish you with those with those parachutes out of shield. But Palutena has great tools to bait that option and then go for an up air. And that will kill very early, and I think Gentio could do that a little bit more. If that grab, back throw's not gonna do it just yet, and the bucket is full.
And there we see it, Oil Panic. barely didn't kill.
Yeah, that was of course an oil panic solely consisting of multi-hits of the explosive flame. So will not kill. If there was an auto reticle in between there, it will probably have killed the Gentio. Smartly not using the auto reticle in this matchup. Minion from Hell though, using the bomb to cover every single option of Alphen except waiting. And will we see Gentio take the stock team? 102% game watch, very light character. Tries to go in there off stage. Back throw will do it.
He's got a stock lead here, but can this Palutena bring it back?
I'm wondering about that because so far we've mostly seen Minion from Hell do very well in the neutral, whereas Gentio has been struggling to get those hits in. And here again we see Minion from Hell getting the first hit, but then Gentio retaliating, finally trying to get some semblance of footing in this game, but Minion from Hell is always on your toes, always looking to get that next punish ready.
Well, the thing here is that Game & Watch does win more interactions in neutral, but it feels like Palutena needs to win less to get you at kill percent. But if he really can't get in,
yeah,
I feel like this is already like spoken for.
Yeah, nice up air there. That does somewhat get him back into that neutral, which you were talking about, the forward air being used to bait out any options. Minion from Hell in an advantageous stage position right now, tries to get that forward and gets it, and that's going to be it. 2-0 for the Minion from Hell.
Well, I'm excited to see where he ends up with that sick Game & Watch.
Yeah, because we've got a fantastic set of players here today. And if you want to see how Minion from Hell is going to do it in the rest of the bracket, you can find out more about said bracket by typing !bracket in the chat. Talking about great players, let's have a little bit of a conversation about all the great players we have here today. First of all, some names I've already mentioned are Tarek and Mr. R. Two mostly international players. Of course, Mr. R is a Dutch player, but is mostly known for his results in America. And Tarek is a German player, but then we've got a lot of Dutch players defending the Netherlands as a region here today, and that are Super Semi, I Studying, Petrino, S1, Young Eevee, Anti-Reflex, Tree Hugger, Skippo, and we've got Kumiko, and we've got a ton more of regulars. So, yeah. Muck also, for example. So, yeah, we've got a great lineup here today, and I'm looking forward to see how that bracket is going to develop, because there are so many matches that are downright explosive that I really would like to see on stream here today, that I think could really go either way. Somewhere projected in that bracket is, for example, S1 versus Tarek, and I think that could be a very exciting matchup, because those two have faced off before at some tournaments. And it's always been that last game, last hit scenario where at the most recent tournament, Tarek just barely eked out over S1, whereas at a tournament farther in the past, we saw S1 eking it just barely out over Tarek. So
you think they're evenly matched?
I think they could be evenly matched, but both players have leveled up so much in the past, so it could really go either way.
Yeah.
But that's something for way in the future, because we've got more pool ahead of us. Because today, let's talk a little bit about the schedule. Today we are first doing Pool A on stream. After Pool A comes Pool B. So the first 2 hours will be Pool A, then the next 2 hours will be Pool B. And afterwards we've got Top 32, 2 hours, and then we got Top 8. And if you want to see more of that schedule, you can check out my Twitter, for example, on which you can find that, and my Twitter is nearsmash, so be sure to check that out.
Which players do you expect to see in top 8?
That's a great question. So first of all, I think Super Semi is going to make a great run today. He's a young Link player who's recently been doing very well, and even won the most recent PR tournament, Lightning Free, which I had the pleasure of casting. So I think Super Semi will be doing great. I think Space is an obvious shoe-in, as probably the best player in the Netherlands. I think Mr. R is an easy shoe-in because despite not getting the results of his that he managed to get in his prime, he's still doing really well. And I think that S1 is an obvious shoe-in because he was the runner-up to Super Semi and he did very well. So that's the top 4 of winner's side.
I've seen Ice Studying taking a lot of these fight nights. Do you think he might be able to take this one?
Ooh, that's a great question as well. So the edge that Ice Studying has in this tournament is that he has a winning record over Space. And I think Space is one of the favorites today to take it all. But seeing as Ice Studying seems to kind of have his number, I think that Ice Studying could take it all, but it's still a very tough road ahead of him. Seeing as all the players I've mentioned before also have a decent record against Ice Studying. So it's really all about the kind of Ice Studying we see today, because as we know, Ice Studying has very, very high highs, but also has some questionable lows.
Yeah, and who knows? There might be some mystery player that came in that'll take some games.
Yeah, the minion. We just saw Minion from Hell already with his Mr. Game & Watch completely dominating his opposition. So who knows what kind of run he will make? And we've got some great dark horses today as well. Don't forget, we've got more Game & Watch players. We also got Tree Hugger, who came from a Wi-Fi environment, or at least an online environment, then came to local tournaments and started to dominate some of that local competition. So, you know, it really could go either way today. So, yeah, that's why I am excited, and if you are excited as well, so be sure to keep on watching, because we've got so many good matches today.
I'm expecting I'm expecting a great tournament.
Yeah,
today.
I think that's a no-brainer. The normal fight nights are on Thursday, and the normal fight nights are already a fantastic viewing experience because the level of play there between, for example, Azrael and Ice Studying and Skipper and players like those is always great, and that's a local. This is actually a PR tournament, so you know, it really goes to show that we've got some great players here in the Netherlands, and all of them have gathered today in Alphen aan de Rijn at the esports game arena. And yeah, I think nobody can predict what will happen today.
Yeah, I heard there were almost 100 people signing up for Smash today. So, who knows? Maybe there is that 1% chance that one of those is a new top player that'll just show up.
Yeah, because here's the funny thing about Smash Ultimate. Because the game has such a wide cast, and because we also have a ton of Wi-Fi warriors, there could also always be a new, good, strong player that suddenly starts to attend local tournaments and starts just hammering the competition. We've seen that in the past with players such as Tree Hugger and BJ, and all of a sudden they are showing up in the top 20 of the PR. So yeah, that's, you can never count out the Wi-Fi guys, you know. Don't forget that Space is also a Wi-Fi. Well, he also used to be a Wi-Fi player.
Well, Wi-Fi is very different from locals. There's a very different mindset going on there. So I'm not sure how far someone that's very used to Wi-Fi would come if they're here for the first time at a local, but they definitely have potential. They definitely have potential to be great.
Yeah, because everyone likes to kind of bash Wi-Fi for having bad connections, input delay, stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say it's perfect. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's perfect. There is definitely a big difference between offline play and online play, and the characters that are strong in offline play and online play. There's a big difference there, but still, you can easily get some practice in, and the Wi-Fi tournaments actually teach you a different set of skills than local tournaments would, in the sense that these Wi-Fi tournaments run late. They run till like 8 a.m. and it's crazy how far these Wi-Fi players can go and how well they can perform on like stuff like a lack of sleep, being exhausted from having to wait over 45 minutes for your next match and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I feel like the most important thing Wi-Fi does teach you is adapting. It really teaches you to adapt because you always have the basic, you see this character, you expect them to do this, you know their game plan.
Yeah.
But if they suddenly don't do that, you gotta know how to adapt. And the more you play online, the more you start to learn how to do that properly.
Right.
And when you come over here, you'll see people playing characters and they won't have the usual game plan of an online player. But because they know how to adapt, they might be able to adapt to this environment as well.
Yeah, right. I completely understand what you're saying. For example, just having knowing how to deal with certain, let's put it like button measures. It's such an important. Yeah, C-stick warriors, the B pressing Nesses and stuff like that. You do need that Wi-Fi experience, or at least know how to deal with that. And the biggest tip I can give you is press that shield button or just move around a lot. But we're going to head into our next match, and it's going to be an exciting one because we have Captain Falcon versus Pokemon Trainer lined up. It's going to be Shark versus Lustrous, and this could really go either way because these are two players that I would consider in the mid-tier of the Netherlands in terms of skill. I think I would give a slight edge to Lustrous, simply because he has the better results, and I think that Pokemon Trainer is a slightly better character than Captain Falcon. But we're gonna find out what happens here. It's time for our second set of the day. It's Lustrous facing off against Shark.
Slightly might be a bit of an understatement, you know.
You mean about the characters?
Yeah, about the characters. But I actually overheard Shark earlier having a conversation about why he still plays Falcon. And honestly, he knows that Falcon has problems. He knows that Falcon has moves that don't work. His turnaround that just makes it so that he's never safe on shield. But he just feels that Falcon is the character for him.
Right.
And I think I agree with that as a Falcon player myself. I agree that Falcon just has something that other characters don't.
Right.
And what we're seeing here, he's a bit in disadvantage here, but he's getting in some hits.
Yeah.
And all Falcon really needs is a few good hits. Maybe a knee.
Yeah, that's the perfect one, of course, to hit. Getting this first combo starter is very important for Captain Falcon, but it can be very hard to get it against characters like Squirtle or Ivysaur. Ivysaur, of course, always belting those razor leaves at you, and Squirtle always, being the small guy he is, being in your face, can be very hard to outmaneuver.
Ivysaur and Charizard are definitely big targets for that first hit Nair. Oh, but the up smash taking it. But as I said, the first hit Nair of Falcon. Oh, the Falcon Punch. You think that's the misinput?
I think that's a misinput indeed. But Lustrous immediately capitalizing on that, getting a few combo starters, getting a few hits in.
Getting a nice, 38% here. I think Pokemon Trainer really doesn't need much. Okay, back air taking that. Been living a little too long.
Yeah, but that's fine, you know. As you already said, Shark just needs a single combo starter, and Ivysaur might be the perfect Pokemon to get, but Lustrous quickly jumping out of that disadvantage state, tries to land with the Nair, does get a single hit. It's perfectly even now, but Shark getting in the first jab, getting his advantage for the first time in the set.
Yeah, this was also something I heard Shark saying when we were talking. The first hit Nair is definitely a great combo starter. It gets a true combo into knee, but it's hard to hit on fast characters, like say Zero Suit Samus, but he specifically actually said Ivysaur as an example. So let's see him like keep that going. See if he's all talk or no.
So far, it looks like Lustrous is the one surviving the longest. Once again, an early kill on 100 or something with the down air to the up smash, but Shark makes it even once more. Here's that Squirtle. Can he get the percentage? 50% already on Shark. Lustrous looking good here.
Yeah, there's the side B. Side B's a nice combo starter, but against Squirtle, he can't get a lot of follow-ups. Just that one up air, it seems.
Yeah, it's tries to go for that Raptor boost, but Lustrous is just a little bit too quick on the buttons. Gets the down air.
Down air, yeah.
That's unfortunate for Shark.
Very. But we'll see. He gets the counter pick now. This was an extremely close match. And now, of course, getting to pick the stage. He might take it somewhere where Falcon has more of an edge.
Mm-hmm. So Town and City appears to be the choice. So I'm interested to see why Town and City is the choice. Might be just a personal favorite or stuff like that. Let's see what happens here in game number 2. It's Shark counter pick. It's Captain Falcon versus Pokemon Trainer once again. Captain Falcon swapped suits somewhere halfway through the match. Let's see what happens. Ooh, just a Raptor boost, getting just a little bit too short. And there's Lustrous using the platforms to extend his combos, but Shark, in the end, has the advantage position on the stage. Lustrous, ooh.
There's the side B not working properly. That's just sad, really.
Yeah, Shark is definitely writing a Twitter post after this.
Yeah.
Okay, down throw to up air, great move. Could have maybe used a little bit of a up B there, using the Falcon hug to further extend his damage, but
yeah, but that's of course a big risk, because if he whiffs that, he's gonna get punished hard.
Yeah, you would say that indeed. Ooh. Nice nair to up B. Shark has to recover here, uses his double jump, gets the Falcon hug. Oh, does manage to make it back to the stage, gets the up smash, and this is Shark looking fresh in his blue suit.
Very nice. Even though Lustrous got the tech, he didn't rock croc him. He did have the opportunity to punish that up B, but you saw him just trying to play it safe, and he actually got punished for that.
Yeah. Great tech it was, but no further punishes. That means that Shark gets to eke just a little bit of an advantage here. Uses the Raptor boost, and wow,
this 150 and really getting in that damage. I think he's got the download on Lustrous, if you ask me. 156, and he's got such a big lead right now.
But the up throw is gonna take it, and this is where the comeback from Lustrous could possibly start. Look at the damage. Look at Squirtle just going to town on Captain Falcon.
Now, I do understand the Squirtle pick for the early damage, the combos, but being at 120, do you think it might have been smarter to go Ivysaur?
No, I definitely think the Squirtle is the important pick here that could really change this set around. I think that Ivysaur is actually kind of meh against Captain Falcon, but you see that Lustrous using that Squirtle and Ivysaur combination has already made it back to even. The bullet seed coming out there.
He's hardly got a single hit in.
Some clever use of the Vine Whip to make it back. Tries to go for a deep edge guard. Overextends a little bit. It doesn't matter. Shark gets back to the stage. Gets F-smashed for his troubles. And Lustrous takes back the lead.
He was just hanging on ledge. Do you think he didn't know that hits below?
I think that was a slight mistake there by Shark. Yeah. Just the sheer panic that comes out when you see Ivysaur charging forward smash on that ledge is enough to make someone panic.
Up B whiffed, didn't get punished because he got to the ledge, and there's the up smash.
Right. Lustrous back on that Squirtle. Tries to go for the waterfall. Doesn't work out. Now it's Ivysaur's time again to take the stage. Shark gets the hit.
Now this early, I don't agree with the Ivysaur pick. Oh, but the down air, he really went for it.
Yeah, you can't disagree with that down air.
Yeah, no. Nobody can disagree with a down air that big.
Yeah, so that means that Lustrous takes the set 2-0. The Pokemon trainer will reign victorious today over Shark's Captain Falcon, and that means that we are headed for the next match. But let's discuss what happened just there, because I think that that last game was actually quite interesting in the sense that we saw Shark putting out ahead, just like in a 100-meter sprint, just having the better start. But
yeah, but
Lustrous,
he really lost his momentum. He was ahead by almost 120%, and then he just got whacked.
Yeah,
right after.
Yeah, definitely was Lustrous catching up to him, using that Squirtle to rack up the earlier percentages, then switching to the Ivysaur to finish it off, even getting that cheeky forward smash hit on the ledge, which was just enough to kill. So
yeah,
it was looking good.
That forward smash, I think really it was a misplay on Shark's part to just keep hanging on ledge, because maybe it was just something not connecting with him hanging on ledge and the Ivysaur menacingly charging the forward smash.
It's always scary when you see your opponent charging a smash attack on the ledge and you're like, does my get up attack hit this or doesn't it? Especially with some characters that have small get up attack ranges.
When you're not entirely sure if your roll or get up attack would get that, you're really scared. But even then, he could have done something to try and avoid it.
Yeah.
But he really just panicked, and his panic option was to just stay there and see what happens. And what happened was his stock was gone.
Yeah.
Wiped out.
Delete. Yeah, so something like a jump could have maybe helped him out a little bit, but we already saw that Lustrous was taking a hold over that game all of a sudden, and it might just have been, despite even without that forward smash that really took that stock as early as he could, maybe it was already.
Yeah, it was shifting in his favor because he was picking up momentum. He was picking up the speed that he needed. He got all the combos with Squirtle. He got some great down airs with Ivysaur. That last one was, I think he hit it just at the edge.
Yeah, he definitely didn't get the sweet spot, but you don't need the sweet spot at that percentage.
No, he just made it straight to the blast zone.
Yeah, we even saw Shark attempt some kind of air dodge.
He tried to get back.
You know, you can't get back from that. Even saying "whoa, the buffer" or something like that.
Even if you had magnet hands, that was a no-go.
All right, so we are about to head in our next match, and that's going to be DS versus Star, I believe. So. Not two players I don't really know anything about. So.
I'm not familiar with these, but we'll see. We'll see what they play. We'll see where they go.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see a great match too.
I mean, so far the matches have been great. First of all, we saw Gentio and Minion from Hell facing off in that first match, and Minion from Hell showing why he is here today, just demolishing Gentio. And then we saw Lustrous and Shark in a very in a closer battle, just fighting it out like two men, you know.
Yeah, both of those matches were very close, but he really lost his vibe.
Yeah, his cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let's take this time to quickly recap last year, because it's the start of a new year, and to all our beautiful viewers, I would like to personally, on behalf of Esports Game Arena, wish you all a very pleasant 2020. Now, of course, 2020 went off to a somewhat less of a great start, but we're not gonna talk about that today. If you want to know what happened, then check the news because it's all over there. But let's recap last year, because last year was the infancy of Smash Ultimate. Smash Ultimate came out in 2018 in December. Then 2019 broke, and
yeah, we had a lot of patches. We had a lot of meta development, and we did see some of that affecting the fight nights here, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, because if you think back to the start of the year, the first fight night of last year was fight night 33, and that one was dominated by Mr. R. Now, Mr. R then went to America, went to compete there, didn't compete in a single fight night for the rest of the year. Now, today, he's here again at Fight Night XL, and this could be some kind of beautiful storyline where we see that the start of the year is dominated by Mr. R, and then he goes to compete in America or something like that, and all of a sudden, it's someone else taking over. We saw Azrael, we saw iStudying doing great. Azrael, if you are watching, happy birthday, because that's why he's not here today.
That was of course, happy birthday.
But yeah, we saw.
But what do you think? What do you think? It's gonna be a tradition. He's coming back to reclaim his throne every start of the year.
Could be. Now, I have to point out, last year he did it with Snake. And we saw that Mr. R slowly but surely changes his character preference to characters like Sheik. We saw him play Young Link, we saw him play Chrom at some point.
I haven't seen him, actually.
Oh, okay.
I came here quite late. At Fight Night number 50, I think, was my first one. And ever since then, I've been here just about every Fight Night, and it's been great.
Yeah. So you're kind of the new age fight night enthusiast, in the sense that you've seen iStudying and Azrael fighting it out in the grand finals every single time.
The classics.
The classics, yes, very good.
Go back to the old days.
So I will inform you about the oldies, the stuff like this, the Space and the Mr. R, and players like Young Eevee, who have also done great here at Fight Nights. And today we'll see how they perform, but our next match is slowly setting up, as you can see on the left side of your screen. Yeah, I think that's the left side. And now it's in the middle. Oh no. They're setting up their controls, because there's nothing as important than playing with your own controls.
Yeah. What control set do you play with?
I play with a very standard control set.
Yeah.
In the sense that I am playing with stuff like, just the usual stuff, in the sense that I use my normal grab buttons, stuff like that, normal shield buttons. But the big change that I have is I have my jump on L, which I use for attack cancels, and I use tilt stick. Now, over the year, I think most players have switched to tilt stick, because it's quite a bit...
It is a bit character dependent, because some characters do have good smash attacks that you want to be able to just put out quickly.
Yeah.
But most of them do have the tilts that you want. Some have some conversions that you couldn't really pull off without tilt stick. So I think tilt stick might be more common, but smash stick on some characters, let's say Ganondorf, you might see it on them.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong inherently with using the one or the other, so use whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, having stuff like recently we're kind of debating whether to put on tap jump, because some players
tap jump seems like a personal preference.
Definitely, but a player, or I'm not sure if it's really called a player, but Gimmer put out a video which showed that using footstools to get out of disadvantage is actually a very interesting option. I'm not saying like it's going to be the future, because that's what Gimmer said, but it could be a useful option. And using tap jump actually makes it a little bit easier.
Well, the footstools with 4 frames of invincibility.
Yeah,
it's quite useful, because a lot of anti-airs don't stay out that long. So if you can get mix-ups with your fast falls and whatnot, delay your landing or whatever and try to footstool, you might be able to get out of disadvantage using that more easily. But it's iffy. It's a bit iffy. It seems like it could be used for camping, which is not something I would want to see because it leads to a more boring meta. But it might be. We might start seeing it because it is useful as an option.
Yeah, it is useful as a last resort, but now we're going to see two players face off. It's Virus versus Star, and it's going to be the Captain Falcon versus the Ness.
Alright. Captain Falcon versus Ness.
So yeah, both players are really, can really annihilate each other, in the sense that Captain Falcon, of course, has his strings, which you just saw Shark do as well, but Star is really... with all his aerials, can really put on some great pressure on Virus.
PK Fire into the grab. I think both of these characters are really good at edge guarding the other, because Ness, of course, has the yo-yo, which is great at stopping Falcon from coming back. But Ness's PK Thunder, taking a stock. But Ness's PK Thunder can actually be abused by Falcon quite a bit.
Yeah.
If he manages to get that, we might be able to see it this match.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in that case. Virus trying to use an air dodge to get back to the ground. Star quickly punishing that, and there's that yo-yo indeed, which you just talked about. Doesn't get to the ledge, and that's an early kill. Virus taking a stand here in the first game.
You see a lot of PK Fire into grab, which is quite useful because it's getting him a lot of percent.
Right, and Star is kind of
there's the back air.
Does get that back air.
Back air off stage at 100%. Yeah, there was no way he's living that.
Down throw to the Nair. Tries to go for more things, but Virus using that great air dodge of Ness to make it back. Star off stage, can he get the yo-yo? No, he doesn't. Star with a great recovery, tries to use the Raptor boost. Ugh. Just barely whiffing. Right, there's that hug. Virus already on 70%, but Star on his final stock, 160%. Remember, Star already lost one of his stock to that early yo-yo and to the PK Thunder, and he can't recover against that.
He was trying too hard to avoid it, because I think if he had just taken that, maybe he would have come back. But he went so deep, and that cost him the stock. Really, we're seeing an interesting matchup here, Ness versus Captain Falcon. Because Captain Falcon can do a lot against Ness, but it's the same the other way around, where Ness can do a lot against Captain Falcon. And, taking him to Kalos. Debatably Falcon's best stage, having the walls to wall jump from and the platforms to extend his combos. And being, big enough for him to live quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're gonna see how this one plays out. Of course, Star immediately coming strong out of the gates, using those up airs to further harm Virus. Just a small boy, but a small boy with some PK powers, and there's
he seems to be letting go of shield a bit early every time. Maybe he's trying to parry those.
I'm talking about parries. Virus getting a great parry, getting the PK power off stage. I would like to see Star use more of his shield, or at least jumping around more, because Virus has been throwing a lot of PK fires in that neutral position, which is not optimal.
PK flash. I think that's a misinput.
It's probably a misinput.
That's a... Yeah, and he got punished for it, but not that hard, really. He just got...
Star is really looking for those up Bs. Gets the Falcon kick. But Spyrus is living. What's on the other side of the stage, of course. Gets the back throw. It's not gonna kill just yet. Using the air dodge to make it back. Spyrus tries to go for the up airs. Star is jumping around and he's evading them all. This man is...
There's the gentleman.
Ooh, tries to go for the knee. Doesn't get it. Spyrus back on stage with that forward air. Gets the bat.
F smash. Oh, God. Ooh,
There's
there's
the
the up
hug.
B. Okay. Back to 0 on both sides. Oh.
Yeah, there's that PK Fire into grab, which you were talking about earlier.
He seems to be very fond of PK Fire into grab.
Yeah, tries to go for it again.
There's
gets
another.
Yeah, and why not, you know?
Yeah,
Star
I
is
mean, if it
falling
works,
for
it
them.
works.
Yeah,
If-
it works.
If Star doesn't learn how to deal with them, well, why not keep using it?
It's the down throw.
Ooh, and
Another home run.
bat. He's really reading Star like a book.
Consistently going for those home run gets
Armor
the
through
raptor
the
boost.
nair. Ooh, yeah. There's. He's getting smash attacked almost every time he tries to come back on stage, and that's a big problem for Star.
Yeah, just a little bit too greedy on those recoveries. Could use more time to get back to the middle
He's
of
not
the
getting
stage.
that much with the yo-yo, it seems. Right. Oh. That. Ooh, he's living. He's living.
Yeah, that was a tipper F smash. Great DI from Star though, but still the disadvantage might be a little bit too much. 130% gets the yo-yo, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Virus with a quick 2-0 over Star.
Is that gonna be what today is? Nothing but 2-0.
I definitely not, because we've got so many matches today. So I mean, it's going to be. I can't imagine every match being a 2-0, especially as the further we come into the bracket.
Yeah, we're still quite early.
It's winners round 1, you know. It could really go either way in those
It's still
winners rounds
pools.
1. And we, as we already talked about, these winners round 1s are always the scary matches, because even if you are a seasoned player, you never know what's coming up against you. Might be the next space, you know, for all you know.
Yeah, of course. What are we gonna see next is the question.
Yeah, so we've seen
I'm quite excited because this is already starting to get
heated.
Pretty heated. Every match so far has been real a pleasure to watch. But we're seeing, I'm seeing more Falcon than usual.
Yeah,
Normally I don't see Falcon at all here, but now we've got 2 already.
Yeah.
Just on stream.
Yeah, as of recently, we've seen so many more players start to pick up Falcon, because he's such a fun character to
He
toy
really
around
is.
with.
If you can get a good matchup or just do the right things, he can be really hype.
Yeah.
So I think we're trying to we might be seeing some people trying to get that on stream.
Yeah, and of course,
They're playing for the people.
they're playing for the people, and they might have been inspired by players like Gluttony, who also recently pulled out Captain Falcon in the grand finals of, I believe it was Ultimate Wanted, the last tournament of the last European tournament of the year in France, which, well, he won with Captain Falcon over, I believe it was Flo. I'm not 100% sure on that, so please don't quote me on that. But yeah, so I think some players might have been inspired, might be thinking, hey, Captain Falcon actually looks kind of cool. I'm gonna start playing it.
Yeah, but if anything, I think the inspiration for most Captain Falcon players is still Fatality. I mean, we've been seeing him a lot at a lot of tournaments, but he's consistently been putting out things worthy of Twitch clips.
Yeah, and now we have our next match ready, rearing to go, or at least one side is, and one of the 2 players is on your left right now, and that is Muck. And Muck is a Fight Night regular. We've seen him a lot here.
Yeah, I've been seeing him all the time. He plays Samus.
Yeah,
right.
He did.
Yes, Samus. A mean Samus too.
Yeah, and here's the funny part: he's not gonna play Samus today.
I've seen him. Yeah. Doing friendlies with King K. Rool.
Yeah,
Is he
you're
going
exactly
K. Rool?
right. It is
Yeah.
the King K rule coming out. Now, Muck, in the early days of Smash Ultimate was one of the King K. Rool pioneers. He was one of the players who stuck with him until he got nerfed so badly that he wasn't tournament viable anymore. But now, he's back on the rule, and he's back to shove crowns and cannonballs in people's faces. And yeah, he's doing that with style. So we are going to see Muck take on our mystery player.
Yeah, Muck has been pretty nasty with those crowns and cannonballs.
Oh, I know who's going to face. He's going to face Skippo.
Skippo.
Yeah, so Skippo is a player that he goes way back, because I used to play Super Smash Bros. Melee. I used to play Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and
Of course.
that's 10 years ago. I was 15 at the time, and one of my demons at that point was Skippo. Skippo was always this kind of player that I kind of looked up to as being better than me and being one of those players that I really needed to watch out for in the bracket. And now he's here today, one of the old guys, one of the old guard, showing that he can shove these new kids aside, and probably will be using that Bowser of his. So we're going to see a lovely Bowser versus King K. Rool matchup. So that's going to be
very heavy boys.
Exactly. It's going to be a heavyweight wrestling match as of sorts.
Yeah. Some sumo wrestling, right?
Right. It's a croc against a lizard.
So what I'm thinking, what I'm expecting here, is a lot of up B out of shield.
Oh yeah.
From the Bowser.
Well, I hope it wouldn't be from the King K. Rool.
And I think we're gonna see a bunch of down throws from K. Rool, because on a big boy like Bowser, you can get a lot of follow-ups from that down throw.
Yeah, and the funny part is that down throw to up smash is the combo which we'll probably be seeing on high percentages. Doesn't even kill that late on Bowser. So if he manages to get the sweet spot, at least, I think that Muck is in a stellar position to maybe even take this game, or may take the set. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I've been seeing him during the friendlies, trying to just get that down throw up smash just right. So having a bit of practice with that, well, a bit of like warming up with that, I think we'll definitely see it happen.
Yeah, let's see what happens right here. It's Muck versus Skippo, game number 1.
70%, and he hasn't even been touched yet.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
There's the up deep.
In these heavyweight matches, it's always like this. One player blows up the other, and the other player starts blowing up the other. Here, look, it's even.
Basically, percent isn't anything until they get to 100. So basically, both of them are still at 0.
Yeah, you could interpret it like that. I mean, both heavies are really only gonna get killed late. Tries to go for that down throw to up smash.
Very good mash from Skippo, though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He gets the forward smash.
The forward smash. Yeah, that one takes stocks.
It does indeed.
Like,
and now, ooh, even getting the back air there and getting that spike, and Skippo caught a little bit off guard there.
Yeah, you saw him waiting on the platform, you know?
Yeah,
just trying to recollect. Just trying to recollect.
Yeah, uses the flame breath. It's completely even right now. Muck looking for that crown setup. Gets the grab. 55% on Skippo.
He's getting the back airs. Well, at least he's going for them. Trying to read a high recovery there with the back air.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Oh, Skippo once again landing with the flame breath. Now Muck has him at a nice percentage, looking for that down tilt, looking for the grab to set up some of his kills. Tries to go for a back air, but misinputs it as an F smash. That's definitely not what he wanted now off stage. Can Skippo do something? Tries to go for the Bowser bump, gets the back air to up air, and that's Muck taking the second stock. Skippo has been doing very well with these Koopa Claws though, and I think that could maybe be the way that Muck is gonna lose this one. If Skippo gets a lot of these Koopa Claws, the up throw is gonna tack on some percent on Skippo though. Tries to go for the Koopa Claw, but the crown comes in time to save him.
Well, this is looking pretty close, actually. Considering how heavy both of these characters are. Oh, was that a footstool?
It was a footstool.
That was a footstool. Oh, that was the last thing you expect Bowser to kill with.
Yeah. Footstool gets the kill. Goes for the boulder bass though. Gets the suck in.
Right. I think both players have a good chance here, but ooh, the down smash.
Yeah.
Spot dodge down smash, a classic.
Yeah, Skippo tried to go for that spot dodge as well, but Muck just a little bit quicker on the trigger fingers with that down smash, gets the read and gets Skippo out of there.
Right. Didn't see what stage they picked here. Oh,
Pokemon
Lucina.
Stadium too.
Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
Going Lucina.
I think he noticed that the Bowser isn't cutting it out just yet, and Skippo also has a mean Lucina, also has a pretty mean Pichu, so could really, using one of his counter picks to further have a better chance in this matchup, because Lucina naturally does way better than Bowser against King K. Rool, but so far...
I feel like Bowser was just a very big target for those big hitboxes K. Rool has, and having a faster, smaller character might give him the advantage, especially with all those disjointed sword attacks.
Yeah. Not getting the down air into the up smash, not the sweet spot though, so no kill to be found just yet. Muck is looking though, but Skippo slowly tacking on the percentages. Gets boulder bass though. Muck trying to get that back air.
Now, I hope I'm not the only one that keeps forgetting this, but K. Rool does have a counter.
Yeah, he does, but it's not really that great.
Yeah, nobody ever uses it. Do they?
I think that's for good reason, because it just isn't as great.
Right.
We might see Muck pull off a nasty counter here. Tries to recover against Lucina. Gets out of there, uses the F-tilt to dodge that ledge trapping, even gets the grab here, and that's another 20% on Skippo.
Let's see how this goes. Muck's at 120, and really, he's not going to be dying anytime soon.
No, Muck always tells me when he's at 80%, the game actually starts for him, because King K. Rool is such an easy comboable character that it doesn't really matter at what percentage you are. Ooh, gets the boulder bass once again. The neutral B is gonna take it.
You know what? I think maybe Lucina wasn't the pick here. At least Bowser could still get some kills in with those heavy hits, but
Muck tries to go for
on
that
a big stage like this against a big boy, nah. He's really struggling. Skippo's really struggling to kill.
Yeah,
he's trying to edge guard him, but not quite getting those uppies.
It's partly that he's struggling to kill, because most of his
the up tilt.
He's a little bit too quick on the finger sometimes, because he could punish that down or that dash attack way harder, and now again he could have punished that way more than just a single up tilt up air.
Yeah.
Oh yikes!
I don't know much about Lucina. Oh,
so he got counter edge guarded by that
was
Nair, and that was great use of the belly armor right there. Muck taking it 2-0 over
turning
Skippo.
Disadvantage into taking the game. Yeah, that's...
You can see Muck laughing. He knows how stupid that looked.
Yeah. I mean, you always expect the red screen kills, you know, but this one was just bump. You just bumped him off.
Yeah, just a boom. Belly! And then suddenly his stock was gone. So yeah, that just kinda happened. So as you said, maybe the Lucina wasn't the pick here, because the Bowser at least took a stock, made it look a little bit more competitive. Muck just ran away with that game, using the crown to extend his lead, to really corner Skippo into taking nasty trades at sometimes.
Yeah. So, how far do you think he'll make it with K. Rool? Because I see him making it pretty far with Samus. Because Samus is a decent character, of course, But K. Rool, a lot of people put K. Rool towards the bottom of the tier lists
Yeah.
because he is combo food. He's got some moves that aren't too useful, and he tends to just get hit, get killed, be edge guarded, etc.
Yeah.
But like seeing what we saw here, do you think he'll make it far?
I think Muck is always a player that you can never really count out, so I expect to see him in the top 24. But I'm not sure if he'll. I'm pretty sure that he won't break into the top 8.
Nah.
So yeah, we will find out later. But for now, let's focus on our next match, shall we? Because if we switch our caster cam to the beautiful face of the next players, which are Mr. R and I believe that's Taurus, then we are going to see another great match here.
Right. Mr. R finally getting to see the big man himself, huh?
Yep. So this is actually, I believe this is the first time I'm casting a game of Mr. R's. That's really funny because he's been attending some tournaments in the Netherlands as of late, but he never really managed to make it to the grand finals, I believe, because he's always been kind of blocked by some of the other great players like S1, like Space. So I believe this is my first time I'm casting Mr. R, but
Who does
I
he
might
main,
not
actually?
be sure.
I've heard a lot about it, but not the characters he plays.
Sorry?
I've heard a lot about Mr. R now, but
Oh.
not the characters he plays. What's
Well, it's more of a case of which characters doesn't he play, because his arsenal is actually quite big. I believe we'll be seeing the Chrom today, and we'll be seeing the Young Link a lot today, and maybe even some Sheik. I think he'll start out today as Sheik, but we'll figure out soon. And Taurus, as his tag suggests, and not his name like Taurus, but his tag in-game suggests, is a Cloud player that really practices a lot on his own. So let's find out what happens here. It's going to be the Snake.
Snake against Cloud. What do you think about that?
Well, what I think about that is the times I've seen this being played is by Sonar or by Azrael's Cloud, and the Snake has been has a lot of players like Grove and BJ. This matchup is, all things considered, quite bad for Cloud, because having to recover against Snake is one of the worst positions you can be in as a Cloud player, and the grenades just force you to constantly be on the offensive side, and as you will see, being on the offensive against Snake is not what you want.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a very explosive match.
Yeah, all puns intended.
Yeah.
Here's that up smash ledge guarding that's so hard to deal with. Taurus with the limit online might be able to sneak in a quick kill here. Tries to go for the cross slash. Mr. R smartly going for that shield. The match looks even, but it's Taurus who's currently dominating that stage with control.
Yeah, they're quite close right now. 100 and 120, but Snake's a heavy boy. And ooh, there's the up air. Taking a stock. Let's see how much of a lead he can work up with this.
Yeah, Taurus using that great back air to further extend his
very high.
Yeah, of course you always see Snake players recovering high, because going to the ledge is so easily punishable. Going high is very hard to punish, because if you try to contest it, you can always reverse a grenade or something like that. Tries to go for the limit blade beam. Mr. R again shields it on the ledge. Of course, no stranger to limit blade beams, having played Smash 4 in the past. Taurus getting that back air and is gonna secure the first stock.
Not a big lead. I'd say this is hardly a lead at all, with just 26%. But he's going for it. He's zoning him out.
Yeah, Taurus taking it slow, using his time to further charge his limit.
Getting the blade beams. Ooh, that was real good.
Tries to go for the cross slash once again.
He's not getting these limit attacks really.
No,
they all feel a bit wasted.
It's always hard to really get in, because as soon as the limit is online, you'll see players start playing more defensively and waiting it out, because there's a time limit on it. So you kinda have to throw it out at some point, and Mr. R knows that.
And Mr. R is making really good use of that knowledge, because so far, I don't think a single limit attack has actually connected on anything except his shield.
This might be the first one. The up B is gonna hit there, but it's not enough to kill just yet. Mr. R using the Nikita to further this get
or just
Terrace
to kill
on
him.
stage. Yeah,
just to kill him.
To end it all. C4 on the ledge.
You're seeing the Nair, down tilt. Nearly 40% already.
Yeah, Snake is showing that even in close quarters combat he can be quite potent. Using grenades to further help us landing. Don't stand there, that C4 is about to explode. Could be really any time now. Yes, it just exploded, so Mr. R has his new C4 available. Tries to go for the down throw. Doesn't get the ledge or the tech read though. Again, those blade beams just haven't been working out. Alright, C4 on the left platform. Mr. R taking his time, popping some grenades. Terrace tries to get in there, baits the C4. That's a great thing for him, but Mr. R still needs to die at some point.
He's at 150 against Cloud. But this is Pokemon Stadium, and he is Snake. He's really...
Yeah, Terrace is really looking for those back airs right now.
Yeah, he's fishing. He's fishing.
Yeah, but he has to, because Cloud hardly has any other kill options outside of like a limit blade beam or limit cross slash. Tries to go for the up B here, misses just barely. Mr. R all the way up in the air and gets out of there. C4 right in front of of him. Uses it to dissuade Terrace from coming in. 80% on Terrace. Can he do this though? Because this is still doable, but Mr. R is playing it so slowly. Look at the timer, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
He's
chilling.
He's taking his time.
Yeah, can you blame him?
Get the s'mores. He's getting ready here.
Alright. Terrace getting some good hits in right now though. Down tilt. Back air. Limit is online. This might be it. If he can get just one single hit in, tries to go for the up air, it's a little bit too obvious. Mr. R is waiting it out. Gets the back air. Needs to go high.
Blade beam, gone.
Back throw. Again, offstage situation. Mr. R once again recovering very high.
But that just gives him more time to charge that limit. He really needs it now.
He does need it.
Ooh, and the C4.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, dash attack into the C4, and that is just a heartbreaker for Terrace, really, because he was on the verge of maybe taking that first game. Mr. R just a little bit too strong.
You think he's gonna stick with the Snake? Because this was awfully close.
It was awfully close, but I did see some very good things from Mr. R in the sense that he was playing very patiently, and he waited Terrace out, so to say. But we're gonna see a sortie matchup right here.
Sortie matchup. Yeah. Who do you think's the better sortie?
It's definitely Chrom. It's definitely Chrom. There's no doubt about it. Let's find out what happens and if my words are true. It's Terrace versus Mr. R. It's game number 2. Alright. Terrace using that down air as a pogo stick. Let's see, up B out of shield. That's always a great move to throw out. Great damage right there. And again, another up B out of shield. Mr. R kind of looking to find his footing on this new character.
He just needs to get some momentum, and there we see it already. He's really getting in a lot of hits, a lot of good hits.
Ooh.
And the F smash, reading his role.
I think that was a beautiful sequence. Everything
that was amazing.
From 30 to like the entire kill is just amazing. And here we see the fantastic ledge trapping from Mr. R using the jab 2 times in a row. Yeah, you can't really do anything about that. Mr. R is taking this game by a storm right now.
Yeah, he's already at a lead again, and he also has a stock extra. So he's really out here. He's playing.
Yeah, and he's played it safe right now because he's scared about Terrace getting a good.
Getting rid of the limit.
Jab to back air is
Jab
gonna
to back
do it.
air. That's the Fire Emblem, really. Jab to back air.
Ooh, even tries to go for that suicide up B. Doesn't quite get it, but Terra's in a very bad position right now. Even on 108% is looking very rough here against Mr.
You
R.
saw him charging that neutral B. He's starting to get greedy. Maybe that'll be what gives him the opening he needs to bring this back.
Yeah, the up smash is the starter, and Limit is online, but yeah, not really the position you want to have Limit in. Mr. R quickly finishing off the game with another F smash, and this was a very quick game number 2, only 2 minutes, and Mr. R dominates over Terrace.
Yeah. I mean, if we see more of this Crom, I would not be opposed, because that was phenomenal.
That first stock was a work of beauty. First seeing Terrace eke his way into the game, just getting the great hits in, getting 80% on Mr. R while barely being hit himself.
And then you saw Mr. R just picking up the steam, getting his momentum going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was unstoppable after that.
Yeah, and both players just shortly discussing after what happened, what can I do better, stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
If you ever have the chance to play against a player that's better than you, be sure to ask them some proper questions, because
they'll help you get better. The people here are very nice.
Oh,
I've
man.
been playing a lot of like friendlies in the spare time I've got, and people always want to help. And that's something you don't always see in bigger events, but it gives a bit of charm to our fight nights.
I mean, the fight nights are a great way to get better, so if you are ever wondering about attending one of these glorious fight nights, then we've got the regular fight nights bi-weekly on Thursdays. That's the 4th day in the week.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that. I'm not sure why I said that. Ignore that.
Bi-weekly being every other week and not twice a week.
Exactly. So it's on Thursday. It's from 18:30 to like 10 p.m. So yeah, be sure to stop on by, and we've got these XL events every now and then. So be sure to check the agenda. Is that a word? Agenda.
Yeah.
On Esports Game Arena website. So that's esportsgamearena.nl.
Of course, Fight Night isn't the only thing we have here. We've got our other events. We've got the Mario Kart tournaments, of course. We've got just yeah, all right. We've got the regular just the regular days where you can come and play, practice, do whatever, and just have fun. It's just always nice to be here.
Yeah,
always nice.
It's always nice to be here indeed, and we've got competitions for a ton of other games. So if you are watching this and you're like, well, I'm not really watching Smash because I love Smash, I'm watching Smash because I love Hike, then yeah, sure. But if you are more of a Dota player or more of a League of Legends player, Rainbow Six, FIFA, we've got it all. We've got it here at the Esports Game Arena. Alphen aan de Rijn is just one train ride away from Utrecht. So, or one train ride away from Leiden even. So be sure to come on by, and we would be very happy to have you here. And two other players we're very happy to have here today are iStudying and Ramses, and that's our next match.
Right, time to see iStudying in action.
Yeah. So
I'm excited. Yeah.
So iStudying is probably of these two. These two players are both very well known in the international community, because on one hand we have iStudying, who is one of the best Greninja players in the world, and really renowned during his Smash 4 days for being a fantastic player, really getting amazing results at international events, and also here in the Netherlands always has been a consistent factor, and recently really has shown up on international tournaments, having 2 wins in sets over Space, for example, or even 3. So yeah, iStudying is definitely one of the feared players here today who I really expect to come far. On the other hand, we have Ramses, who's a very well-known international commentator who has done events all over Europe, and really has shown there that he is probably one of the best commentators in the world. Also a player or a commentator I look up to a lot. But really,
yeah.
also a fantastic player. Recently has shown that his shock is not to be underestimated, because he's been taking sets off players like Azrael and off BJ and stuff like that.
You
So
think he'll send ice studying to losers bracket here?
well, you can never be sure about that, but it really depends on the kind of Ramses we'll be seeing today, because if it's the same Ramses that beat beat Azrael
Going
an
final destination.
anti-reflex a couple of weeks ago, then yeah, he could really do so. But Banjo and Kazooie is such a hard matchup.
Banjo Kazooie versus Shulk. All right. If
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking if he uses those Monado arts the right way, if he gets them just right, he might have an advantage here. But Banjo is really, I haven't seen enough of him to judge, but I know for a fact that he has some nasty setups. He can do some really, you could say awesome or awful for these tricks with Wonder Wing.
Yeah, the Wonder Wing, of course, is the main factor in this matchup that can really throw things for a loop here. But I know that Ramses doesn't really have a lot of matchup experience in this matchup. I saw him yesterday on Twitter asking, how do you deal with that grenade egg, that down air, or that down B, as a character without projectiles? And he was specifically referring to this matchup against Ice Studying. And so far,
yeah, they've really been getting to him, and well, you can tell they're really shifting this match in Ice Studying's favor.
Tries to go for the back throw. No down throw shenanigans just yet. The shield art is online. Reduces damage, reduces knockback. Tries to go for the Wonder Wing. Doesn't get it. Now he's in disadvantage. Is this the time for Ramses to shine?
And there's another Wonder Wing to get back.
Yeah, and you'll see Banjo players do this a lot, using the Wonder Wing in a disadvantage situation, because you've got 5, you've got plenty. Here's that down throw into the up smash, and that's gonna take the first stock.
Going into speed art.
Yeah, trying to use the speed art to win the neutral a little bit, but the grenade eggs are so tough to deal with. Now gets one in his own hands, has to play around with that. The Wonder Wing.
He's really like a PG snake over here.
Yeah, he's the OG, man. Banjo comes all the way from the Nintendo 64 days. So yeah. Tries to go for some fancy egg drop stuff. Still one Wonderling left for Ice Studying to work with.
Oh, there's a shield art again. He's not getting... Yeah, he doesn't want to get the damage. But there it is anyways. Trying to ledge trap more with those grenades.
Last Wonder Wing.
No more Wonder Wings.
So this is about the time where Ramses really needs to get a kill, because 137% is really not a percentage which you want to kill. Gets that backslash, is gonna take it, immediately steps into shield art to survive just a little bit longer until he gets that single hit, and immediately goes to Buster. Is this time for Ramses to start wrecking on the damage? Ice Studying says, well, maybe, because he's already on 65%. Eating those down airs like it's nothing.
Well, that's it. It's even again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Buster can really run it back.
Really shift things into your favor. Gets the down throw once again, tries to go for the up tilt. Ramses with a great mash, gets out of there. Needs to get back to the center of the stage though. Does so with a roll, but forward air for his trouble.
Forward aerial, yeah. There we see it. Ice Studying trying to get as much of a lead as he can.
Yeah, but Ramses has been slowly working his way back into this game.
Using smash art here, though, he's going to take even more damage.
Shield.
And... right.
Alright, Ramses finally getting in a position where he can possibly take the stock. But studying going very high, like you put it. It's kind of like seeing Snake, but Ramses.
It's a
gets the hit in.
child-friendly snake.
It is. First Wonder Wing only used. Here's the second Wonder Wing using it to get out of disadvantage. As I put it earlier, might be using one of them to further extend or get the game lead.
There's the jump read.
Yeah. To read that jump, and Studying takes game number 1.
Yeah, that was really rough. That was rough. But you know, I feel like after what we saw with the Buster, doing almost 100% in no time whatsoever, I feel like there's still a chance that we'll see Ramses taking this one.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can never really count out Shulk because Shulk is such a dangerous character to go up against. We've all seen the Twitter clips in which he, from 0 to deaths, a wide array of characters using a mix of Buster art and Smash art and stuff like that.
But it's that last match. Almost every time I saw him use Smash art, he got hit instead of dealing a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, because he went for Smash art, he got a bit greedy. He took even more damage from Banjo.
I'm not really too sure about that. But as we're talking right now, Ramses is doing great in this first few seconds of the game. Already 79%, and the Buster down air is already coming out, using the shield to get back out of that disadvantageous situation.
He's really switching arts right now, going speed, shield.
Yeah, he's showing
back
all the
to
skittles.
Smash. There we go.
Studying losing his first stock, but he is the kind of player who's always ready to bring it back. Never.
Ramses
want
only
to count
at
out.
12% though. He's really got an advantage here. Let's see how much damage he can rack on this stock. Ooh. Yeah, good thing he's got those jumps.
Yeah.
It was almost an SD.
It was indeed almost an SD, but Studying staying cool as the I mean, you need to stay cool when playing Banjo, or else
it's when people lose that first stock so quickly, so aggressively, that they sometimes start to act differently, that they start to panic a bit. But you see Studying just keeping it real.
Yeah.
He's really hasn't changed his game plan much. He's trying to space those aerials. He's trying to get those grenades.
Yeah, most importantly, he's slowing the game down, because that first stock was mostly Ramses all over him, using the Wonder Wing right now to try and steal a stock away. But the first stock was mostly Ramses all over him. But,
yeah, he didn't get to breathe there.
Yeah, and now he's slowly starting to chug his way back into this game.
He's definitely like getting rid of all the momentum that Ramses had. He's getting the Buster out.
Yeah,
and switch. Smash. There he goes.
Yeah, just a little bit too much lag on that Smash art switch, and Studying uses it to great advantage. But it's looking tough for Studying right now, but he did survive the Smash art.
There's the shield jump. All the colors of the rainbow here.
Yeah, but that's what you need to do as Shulk, you know?
Yeah.
Just making sure to use every single little bit of that.
I thought Banjo was colorful and sweet, but look at Shulk.
Yeah, Shulk is definitely showing off his colors right here. Using the Wonder Wing to get back is Studying, but gets nared for his trouble with the Smash art. That's gonna kill.
Just
and
barely.
Ramses once again in a big lead, and as he has been in this entire game.
Right. This game is looking really Ramses favored, but who knows? Studying could bring this back. He still has a stock. He's got a lead of about, on percent, he's got the percent lead of about 20%. But the counter.
Yeah, the counter
getting
of Shulk's,
punished.
The counter of Shulk's is not that great. It's
not since Smash 4, no.
One of his worst moves. Even this is worse. But
yeah, but countering the egg was probably just a terrible decision. Maybe even a misinput.
Yeah, it might be just trying it out, you know. Just
because
as I said before,
yeah.
This is a matchup he doesn't have the most experience in. So this could really be just
Buster, shield, trying to wreck on that damage. I think. Ooh, now he wants the kill.
Yeah, almost goes a little bit too
Not-
deep. That Wonder Wing, you have to respect it so much, and it's so annoying for Ramses to deal with. It gets
Ooh,
buried
double up tilt.
twice,
Yeah.
but it gets hit by the second up tilt. 77%. This is doable for Ice Studying, but it's looking good for Ramses if he wants to take this game.
We might see our first game 3, right?
Yeah, we might. Might very well.
But I think it's very even right now. But all Ramses needs is one good smash art hit, and then it's over.
Yeah, on the flip side, all Ice Studying really
there he
needs...
goes. There he goes. He's in smash.
Yeah, Ice Studying really playing this out patiently, taking his time. Ramses with the ledge trap here, no smash art available. A little bit of a flub. The grenade egg slowly inching forward.
He's gonna have to make use of those last few Wonder Wings if he wants to take this.
Oh, I think we could be seeing some Wonder Wings real soon here. Ice Studying on 135%. This is do or die against a Shock with his fantastic hitboxes. Tries to catch a jump, tries to drop the egg on Ice Studying. Everything is coming out here, and this is a nail biter here in the second game. Ramses gets the back throw.
144.
One Wonder Wing left. Gets the forward there. The jump art is online. Not what he wanted. He wanted the smash art.
There's the last Wonder Wing gone.
Can Ice Studying even make it back? Ramses
of course
playing
he can.
it out slowly.
Of course he can. But this is really rough for Ice Studying. He could take this, but the back air. That was so close.
It was very close, and whew. If the game 3 is like this, then this set could really go either way.
Yeah. The first game was very, very much that was just Ice Studying his game. But then the second we saw Ramses just picking up the pace.
He figured it out.
He figured it out.
He figured out what to do.
Just as he's playing, he figured out the matchup.
I mean, that's the sign of a high level
player.
But
here comes the Greninja.
Yeah, this is the final boss. Let's see what
there
Ramses can do here. He's taking his time, just drinking some water, wiping his hands, stuff like that.
You know,
taking a little bit of a breather. And here we go, Hike. It's game number 3. It's Ice Studying versus Ramses at the Esports Game Arena. Greninja is coming out here. Let's see how this one goes.
Greninja just running around here. He's trying to get some light hits in. Yeah, he's starting to rack up some damage, but he hasn't been hit at all himself.
Now, Greninja is a very slippery character.
Yeah,
Despite having fantastic hitboxes like Shock, you really need to keep him out of your zone. Because Shock has a specific range in which he wants to play, and Greninja wants to invade that space and really get his fast hitboxes in there.
Trying to 2-frame there.
Alright, but shield art not really gonna do much there.
I do know that Greninja is one of the fastest characters out here, and he's making use of that speed. He's just coming in, getting some hits, and running away.
Yeah, that's kind of the way you need to play this. You really need to whiff punish Shulk for missing any of his large
forward air.
And he really gets the back air, and that's exactly what he needed right there.
Nice first stock.
It's looking good on his first stock.
Oh, speed art. Oh, we're gonna see some. Basically, it's gonna be a blur.
Yeah, quickly switching over to the Buster to wreck on more percentage. Ice Studying taking it slow, using the Water Shuriken to further limit the space in which Ramses can play. But here's
Ramses
the smash
really
art.
wants to get rid of the stock as soon as possible.
Yeah, can you blame him? Because this is scary, you know. Not many players like playing against Greninja's. Ice Studying's Greninja.
Against any Greninja, really.
Yeah, so Ramses is trying to finish these stocks off early with his large hitboxes.
Yeah, look at this. He's just going for it. He's getting as much of a lead as he can, and he's hardly getting hit. There's one forward air. Ooh, the smash.
Yeah, the F smash actually takes it. And that's great for Ramses because he didn't have to rely on his smash art at all there. And now I studying, despite the lead, is not looking as fresh as he did on that first stock.
Getting the shield art.
Alright, back air.
Back
Is Ramses
air.
going to be able to recover?
Another back
He's
air.
not going to be able to recover.
It's gone.
That's going to be the second stock. And yeah, that's I studying just looking good. Just making use of that back air.
We can't count Ramses out, but I'm really... I'm doubting the comeback here. This is going to be rough.
It's a big leap, but you know, just like you said, we can't count Ramses out. We can't count Shock out. Shock is one of the characters that can really shift the game quickly into his favor. Look at the smash art. Tries to go for the forward tilt, but I studying wisely, going for a jump. Ramses trying to go deep with that smash art. Tries to get the down air, doesn't get it. I studying
the back air.
It's too
F
slippery.
Ooh. They're both just dashing around, going at each other.
Yeah.
But Ice Studying still has another stock after this.
Gets the jab reset to the F smash.
Yeah. At 108, this is looking very rough for Ramses.
It is looking rough. Tries to get the up B, but the platform
second
not
hit,
working
no.
out.
Second hit not even coming out. That's really bad. And the substitute.
And that's gonna do it.
Gone.
That's gonna do it, and that means that Ice Studying takes it 2-1 over Ramses, but we might be in the best of 5 stadium of the tournament. I'm not really sure.
Not yet.
We're gonna find out in just a little bit because these players probably know better than we do. We're on the back line. We're just commentating. It is the best of 5.
Yeah,
so
they're going.
They're going, so we're gonna see more of this beautiful gameplay here from Ramses, from Ice Studying, and I'm looking forward to this because
another Greninja.
The Greninja is coming out once again.
It's 2-1.
Let's find out what game number 4 holds in store for us. We're going to Pokemon Stadium, so it's a little bit of a home front for Ice Studying, but that doesn't really matter in a game like Smash. The platforms add a little bit of potential to Shock here. And they do interrupt some of Greninja's combos, but also this could really go either way.
Well, he can interrupt the combos anyways with shield art. But ooh, he's getting that quick damage.
Alright, here's the down air once again.
It's hardly been 30 seconds and they're both already around 60 to 80.
Yeah, they're going hard at each other. Like, they're not holding anything back. Ice Studying even using the Hydro Pump there to get Ramses off his footing. The shield art is online. The backslash will be used to get back to the stage. Ice Studying at 90%. Shield art, our smash art is activated. The backer is not going to take it. Use the Shadow Sneak to recover.
Ooh.
But Ramses stays calm and gets the 4 there.
There we go. Alright. Getting a trade there. I think that was forward air. The up airs. Oh, but shield art making him live that just barely.
Yeah, giving him a second leash on life. Tries to use the Hydro Pump to disrupt the recovery. Goes for the ledge run back air. And that's a great tool there from Ice Studying.
Fantastic.
And evens up the stocks.
With the water shuriken, just getting him off that ledge. Far away.
Alright. Every time you see Ramses activate the shield art, look at Ice Studying, because Ice Studying will slowly back away, will take his time to wait that out.
I've seen him use rapid jab for a little longer than usual to try and like time that out.
Yeah, deplete the shield art timer. Yeah. But mostly he's
get that timer, taken. Oh, that was rough.
That was a great sequence from Ice Studying. Really well played.
Yeah, reading him like a book.
Alright, Ramses with the Buster on the ledge. Might be able to tack on some great damage here. But Ice Studying just manages to sneak in that back air. Manages to get back the advantage. Uses the water shurikens.
To just keep him off him, yeah.
Yeah, just make sure that he can't approach any way through that ground.
The nairs, the back airs, they're all coming out here. And Ice Studying is just... He's going ham. What was that?
Yeah, just
He's running
probably,
around.
Probably I studying expecting some kind of roll from
Yeah.
Ramses, where Ramses staying on the ground, making sure that he is not going anywhere. Switches to shield art. Look at I studying, just throwing out the water shurikens. He knows Ramses can't approach anymore with that shield art on. So
Up airs, up
taking his time,
airs.
no shield art available. Gets a beautiful read, and
Great.
that's gonna be it. It's 3-1 for I studying. Despite a great showing from Ramses, he could not tackle that Greninja.
Yeah, that's 3-1. That's just that Greninja was impressive to see. Really, he was going all out. He was going all out. He was dashing around, getting all those combos, doing like 60, 70 in a matter of seconds.
It was really amazing to see how Studying used his movement. Like you said, he was dashing around, using the water shuriken, taking his time.
Yeah, he really knew how to deal with those Monado arts.
Yeah, and especially moving around the big hitboxes from Shock, using the Nair. Ramses was really trying to get in there with those Nairs, with those forward aerials, with those down airs even. And each time we saw Studying taking his time to dash back, or to fully go for a whiff punish, or dash forward to make sure that he was in the face of Ramses. Because Ramses' shield pressure, it looks intimidating, but the startup of his moves, of Shulk's moves, are so big that Studying can really, in those close quarters combat, really has the edge.
And Greninja is one of the fastest characters here, some of the best frame data in the game. So once he's like getting on Steam, he's just ready to punish anything with high startup or high lag.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I Studying versus Ramses, and I think we are going to head into a little bit of a break as Wave A is finishing up. You can check out the bracket over at !bracket to see how your favorite players are doing in that Pool A. But we are going to head to a little bit of a break, and we'll be back later with Pool Wave B, so don't go anywhere.
As fate spins a thread without end, new life draws its first breath, blossoming in a soil reclaimed from the past, where destiny holds fast. Here where we stand, hand clenched in hand, everyone caught in this struggle. This is the day we finally find our way, stepping into our tomorrow. Every soul contains a whisper of life, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame, distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame, distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight. Colors weave into a spire of flame, distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. On that day shadows. Silence grows in the spaces between, stretching out beyond time. Rising up as a chorus of souls finds a voice, flickering through the void. These little sparks cling on to life. Everyone caught in this struggle, and then the storms of change they fan the flames, scattering ashes to the wind. Every soul contains a whisper of light, gleaming faintly as it dwindles from sight. No escape, no greater fate to be made. In the end, the chains of time will not break. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. As fate spins a thread without end, new life draws its first breath, blossoming in a soil reclaimed from the past, where destiny holds fast. Here where we stand, hand clenched in hand, everyone caught in the struggle. This is the day we finally find a way, stepping into our tomorrow. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. On that day when the sky fell away, our world came to an end. In our eyes did a fading sunrise in the dark, glimmering shadows. Silence grows in the spaces between, stretching out beyond time. Rising up as a chorus of souls finds a voice, flickering through the void. These little sparks cling on to life. Everyone caught in the struggle, and then the storms of change they fan the flames, scattering ashes to the wind. torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. On that day, when the sky fell away, our world came to an end. In our eyes did a fading sunrise in the dark, glimmering shadows. Silence grows in the spaces between, stretching out beyond time. Rising up as a chorus of souls finds a voice, flickering through the void. These little sparks cling on to life, everyone caught in this struggle. And then the storms of change, they fan the flames, scattering ashes to the wind. Every soul contains a whisper of light, gleaming faintly as it dwindles from sight. No escape, no greater fate to be made. In the end, the chains of time will not break. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. As fate spins a thread without end, new life draws its first breath, blossoming in a soil reclaimed from the past, where destiny holds fast. Here where we stand, hand clenched in hand, everyone caught in a struggle. This is the day we finally find a way, stepping into our tomorrow. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. Thank you for being patient and being lovely as usual. My name is still Nair, and next to me is still DMM or Hike, whatever you want to call him. And we are about to head into our next qualifier match for top 24, and it's going to be S1 versus Grove.
Yeah, S1. I'm excited to see him. I've seen him a few times before, and he's a very strong player. So I'm expecting a very explosive match.
Yeah, explosive is the right word to use because we've got a beautiful matchup of Ness versus Snake. Snake being Grove, Grove being the Snake player. And S1 could really be Ness, it could be Wolf, it could be some other character. S1 is a very versatile player, but mostly lately has been sticking to that Wolf, and we've only seen the Ness come out in those clutch moments where he has to deal with players such as Super Semi, and who really have a way of dismantling that Wolf.
Yeah, I feel like Wolf is a good pick, having the reflector and having just the quick burst options against Snake. I'm excited to see whatever, because he's just a good player, and no matter what he plays, it's gonna be hype.
Yeah, I think the Ness will definitely make an entrance here because notably the PK kids always manage to do well against characters with a lot of explosive tools. For example, Snake versus Lucas is, despite Lucas not being a very widely considered strong character, Lucas still has the edge in that matchup because he can absorb the explosives from Snake.
Yeah,
and that makes
absorbing the grenades and Nikita for health, that's really valuable.
Yeah, and that makes it so that Snake, despite being widely considered to be the better character, to have a losing matchup against Lucas, for example, but also Ness is, of course, able to do the very same with his magnet.
Lucas shouldn't be overlooked, really. I see a lot more people talking about Ness than Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
but Lucas is also well with his aerials and whatnot. He can do a lot of things that Ness can't do.
Uh-huh.
And PK Freeze, of course, is very useful as well. It's much more useful as a tool than PK Flash.
Yeah.
Um,
On a move-to-move basis, I think that
Yeah.
Lucas...
they're quite even,
Mhm.
but a lot of people do still pick Ness over Lucas. Even though Lucas can be used for some crazy things.
Yeah,
really.
I think that's partly also due to Lucas not having very many representation at the top, and I
Yeah.
think that Ness doesn't really have that much either. But still, here in the Netherlands we have S1 doing great, and we are going to head into our first match, and it's going to be Ness versus Snake. It's going to be S1 versus Grove. Let's see how this one pans out.
Right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Immediately starting off strong with the PK Fire.
Yeah, that was a very cute setup that he did there, using the Smashville platform to really get an early
Going
hits
for
in.
Nikita on stage. That's a little iffy.
Tries to grab a grenade, tries to make sure that
Ooh,
S1
his
doesn't get
shield
too
is
much
just
pressure.
almost gone. He needs to get that back.
And that's the scary part against playing against Ness, because his shield pressure is actually very scary to go up against. Using a mix of PSI Magnet and grenades, or grenades,
Ooh,
PSI
there's the
Magnets and
Nikita.
aerials.
Mm.
It's very hard for Grove to really deal with, but he did so in the first stock.
Well, I think that Nikita is actually amazing for dealing with PK Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're still for so long that the Nikita can just get to you, and even if you armor through it with the rocket, it'll still get that damage on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's extremely useful tool in this matchup, in any matchup really, but especially this one, I think.
Right. Yeah, we are going to see how that Nikita
Oh,
plays out. Getting a
that-
single hit off the yo-yo is enough to make Grove air dodge for his life. And that's going to be this stock.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
Tries to go for the PK Thunder, gets punished though. Not really the move you want to throw out there. Gets the drag down up air
It's quite
combos.
even. Looking at things. Now, you see S1 isn't really going as much for the PK Fire into grab as the last Ness we saw.
Yeah,
But
I think that's because if he would try to go for those PK Fires, I think Grove would punish accordingly. Because PK Fire is actually not safe not a safe tool in neutral to use.
oh, definitely not against Snake.
Yeah, so S1 is taking it a little bit slower. Tries to use his aerials to really get
Yeah,
through
see, that's
here.
what
And that's Nikita, as
Yeah.
you put it.
armored through it, but still got killed for it.
Right. Grove with some great combos. Back throw into... Oh!
And the
Beautiful
forward air.
sequence!
That
What?
that was amazing. Was that a 0 to death?
I'm pretty sure he didn't get hit through all of that, but wow, using the back throw into an explosion
That was
into
amazing.
the nair into the forward air, S1 definitely got caught with pants down. Whew.
I mean,
Man.
if anyone deserves to go into the top 24 over S1, it would be him. After that,
After that combo, yeah.
after that combo, if he can do something like that again, he's my new favorite Snake.
Oof, but you know, S1 is not really a player to drop a set that easily. Grove still has a lot of work for him ahead of him, and S1 is
Just a
immediately
strong first game, but S1, yeah, he's going crazy. He's got 66% on him already, 77. He's going. He keeps going.
Yeah.
He just doesn't stop. This man doesn't stop. He's back at 0 because he absorbed one of the grenades. That was a... Jeez.
Yeah, this is the
This is-
S1 we know and love.
Yeah,
He's unrelentless. He's just going crazy, and even gets
That's
the
the kill.
snipe with the PK Thunder.
And he's still at 0.
Now that was a 0 to death in some sense
Well,
of the word.
technically, I guess.
Oof, there's the PK fire. Doesn't get the
Trying
grab.
to get the grab, but still nothing on S1.
Tries to go for a PK rocket.
Oh,
Gets
he
away.
nearly broke his shield there. You saw that? That was a skittle.
Yeah, that was definitely close to breaking indeed. Grove tries to go for the F smash, doesn't quite get it.
Nikita not taking it.
No, but this one might. Tries to use it to
Armor
interrupt the
through it, but
recovery.
no,
and yeah,
didn't bonk against the stage there. Yeah, he's going for it.
again.
He tried to do it again, but that's a no.
Grove is slowly but surely.
Yeah, he's
making
getting
his way
back in there. He saw that first stock and he was like, no, none of that.
Yeah, and never count out Grove. You know, we just saw him do that crazy combo in the first game. So
if he
manages
would
to-
get like a 0 to death like that on the last stock here, he would just take it.
Mhm.
I think after that it's pretty much set. But we can never count S1 out.
No, definitely not. As we have already seen,
Taking the Nikita, healing, just
11
that little bit.
Yeah, 11% is quite nice. You know, it gets you 11% further from that down throw, scary percentage for Ness.
That
just taking it
very
slow,
scary down
standing.
throw up tilt. Ooh, his own C4 blew up on him there.
Yeah, and that's one that's laughing to the bank there. He's he
Yeah.
was just standing around, and all of a sudden Grove lost his stock. You know, that's perfect.
That was free.
Almost dies to the C4 though. Great placement by Grove. Tries to get a PK fire in. Grove wants none of that.
I think he didn't actually notice the C4 getting put down. That's really good. Okay, absorbing more of those grenades. He's got to learn to stop putting these grenades outside of his own effective range, because S1 is really just using it as free healing.
Yeah.
F smash.
Getting the home run bat out.
Snake's a little too fat to die to that F smash, but ooh, the back air.
Yeah, slight overstep from S1, and Grove is immediately punishing it well. And now
Yeah.
we see Grove on his final
But the
stock.
back air.
The back air is gonna take it, and
Just
he
taking
evens
it,
up the set. 1-1.
1-1, but this is still best of 5, isn't it?
It is best of 5.
Best
yeah.
of 5. So both of these players still have a good chance to get into top 24.
But judging from how the second game went, I would give a slight advantage to S1.
Going back to Smashville, I feel like Grove has a bit of an advantage on Smashville. He lives extremely long. He's just getting combos with the platforms. He goes crazy there, really.
Now the thing with Smashville is that the C4 really blocks a lot of movement options from S1. So the C4 on the middle platform is really tough for Ness to really deal with and get around with. So Grove is really looking at how he can.
But now that S1 has really gotten, like, he's gotten in his head after absorbing all those grenades last game. He just knows where the grenades are going to be. And then he gets Grove a bit outside of the range where he could punish the magnet, and then he just uses them as a free 11% heal.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Trying to do it again there, but just not getting it. Just the
Down.
timing was off.
Down air to back air is gonna help. Grove using a hitbox to get back to the stage, but Snake's hitboxes or moves, aerials aren't as quick on the ending. So S1 gets to punish accordingly. Now even reads the jump.
Yeah, this is looking very even. But S1, no, not even anymore.
It's not even at all.
There goes S1, just healing, killing. Oh,
That was a smooth 30% heal off that single move, but now Grove with the Nikita, can he make the edge guard happen? The answer is no. S1 immediately retaliating with that move, with the up air, and then healing. Oh,
every
he's back
time.
on 60%.
Yeah, it's that. That was unfortunate. But it's that Grove keeps putting out the grenade and then holding shield. And normally that's a great option against almost all characters, but as soon as you do that against Ness, he's just going to do the magnet. You're not going to get out of shield, and he's going to absorb that grenade like it's nothing.
Right, and we've seen that time and time again.
Yeah, but he doesn't learn. He keeps doing it.
Okay, the attack will push Grove a little bit to the middle of the stage, exactly where S1 wants him. He's looking, he's
pressuring his shield.
This stock.
Getting the dash attack there, but no, not much off it.
Right.
Forward throw, Nikita. Nope.
Forward throw is not gonna take it for S1. 145% for Grove, and he gets the PK Thunder to
up
the
air.
Up air, and that's
gone.
Classic for S1. And he gets the stock, and Grove on his last stock right now of the third game. So, this could really still go either way this set, but
he's edge guarding with the Nikita, but it's not quite helping as much as before because S1 found out like immediately that last game that if he uses PK Thunder to get back, he better do it quick or he's taking a Nikita to the face. So he stopped doing that, and that's great. That's the adaptation we want to see here. He's just going.
Yep.
Getting the C4 there.
Yes, very nice damage racked on S1, but still in a disadvantaged position right here. Tries to recover, tries to use the
recovering
Cypher
high,
to get
getting
back,
it back air.
S1 is so calm in getting all these hits in. 123%. As a Snake player, that's not a percentage you want to be at, but he's retaliating. S1 needs to get back to the stage. Can he get back at all?
He just eats the PK Thunder. It's gone.
And you were talking about explosive, but
these
Nikitas are not exploding at all.
That was nuts. He didn't even need to hit him with the Nikita. He just took away the PK Thunder, said, "No, you're going down."
Yeah, that has to be very frustrating for S1 because he was on the verge of taking that third game, and then Grove was all like, "Nah, I think I'll take it."
The matchup is really even here because S1 can use a lot of these explosives to heal, but Grove really just getting these hard combos, getting so much percent on him. As soon as S1 is off stage, he starts pressuring him hard, trapping him on the ledge, and it's great. It's great to see. Trying to get the F smash. Oh, that's a little greedy, isn't it?
It is greedy, but you have to take a chance.
Going way too high.
The PK Thunder is gonna take him out early.
That was really early. Considering Snake is so heavy, and he did take it to a big stage here. That was an extremely early kill.
Yeah, it was. And
up smash, dash attack. He's just putting everything out here, putting all his cards on the table.
Yeah, but it's not working out. S1 is slowly but surely chipping away at the second stock from Grove.
Yeah, trying to get that lead as far as possible. He got the early kill. Now he just wants to have damage on this.
Yeah, and wants to recover damage as well. Still using that PK Magnet to really oof, and even getting the
tail there. The tail. That's kind of sick.
It is, and the shield pressure from S1 is just a little bit too much, it seems, for Grove. Because S1 has constantly been able to launch all his aerials on shield. And Grove has not really been able to really have an answer so far, it seems like. Even healing up in the middle of his combo and gets the PK Rocket, and that is gonna take game number 4. So it's 2-2 right now.
2-2.
It's a deciding game.
This is so close. It's insane. Like, first S1 has a 3 stock, and then Grove just 0 to deaths him, and it's just they're both taking control. And as soon as one of them gets the momentum going, then the other one can do nothing about it. Well,
speaking about momentum, I think it's very in S1's favor right now because that 3 stock is really sending a message to Grove like, you can't.
Yeah, he's getting ready. He's getting ready.
You can't just walk over me.
He's
I'm S1 and I'm gonna take this set home. And I banned Smashville because you've won 2 games on that, so we're going to a different stage now. I would say that that's what S1 is saying.
But really, if they would take it to Smashville now, I think that might have like let Grove take game 5. So it's really smart to ban it and go force him to go somewhere else.
Right, we're gonna find out any moment now, because DMM, we are going to game number 5. It is 2-2 between S1 and Grove. Let's see what the last game holds in store for us.
Off to Town and City, right?
Mm-hmm.
An odd stage. It's very similar to Smashville. So who knows? Maybe he could just take it here too.
In terms of design, it is similar, but I wouldn't say it is very similar. This is
gone.
that F smash finally working out for Grove. Is this the break he needed?
He's going very high again. I'm thinking he's going too high now, because every time he goes up there, he just gets hit once and he's gone, no matter his percent.
These guys are putting on a show for us. Early kills all over, and you need to recover high as Snake, but not that high. S1 managed to sneak in that upper, gets the kill there, and just a little bit too much pressure for Grove to deal with so far. It seems like S1 is taking a hold of this game after that horrible first stock from him.
He said, "That stock, I gave that to you."
Yeah, that was a gift.
That was a gift. That was a Happy New Year. Here, take this stock. I'll take the rest.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened there. And even getting the PK Thunder again.
PK Thunder again. He's got to learn to stop recovering that high, because every time he goes there, every time he's getting punished for it, and he doesn't learn. He doesn't learn. This is his last chance. This is his last stock in a game 5.
Yes, it is.
And
Alright.
S1 is out here healing, and Grove, he can't do much about it now.
Mhm.
He's lost that momentum. He has lost his vibes. Throwing the grenade the wrong way.
Yeah, maybe realizing he doesn't want to throw that grenade in Ness or in S1's face, because S1 has been healing so much off these grenades. Using the till to further control Grove's
Trying to get
recovery.
the down air there. Oh, he really wants to end this with style.
I think he just wants to end this, you know? After seeing what Grove can do in game number 1 and in this game, you don't want to
PK
give
Flash,
an
I think that's a
inch.
misinput.
You don't want to give an inch to this guy.
No, he's not letting him breathe.
Right, back throw using, or forward throw even.
Forward throw.
Not wanting to steal that back throw. And the
Ooh,
back
and
air.
the back air.
Gonna
Gone.
take it. That's a 3-2 for S1. Despite
3-2. That was incredibly close.
it was, despite being down 2-1, S1 makes a big statement in game number 4 and rises it all the way home with his Ness.
But you know what? After seeing all that, I think I have found my new favorite Snake. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was such a display. I hope he'll make it through losers bracket a bit and catch up to us later.
I think Grove is definitely a player who is capable of doing so. Despite being relatively new, or not really that new, but you know, a player on the rise, Grove is definitely one of those players that you really need to look out for whenever you face him in your bracket.
Yeah. He might need to pick someone up to deal with Ness, because keeping that Snake going in the Ness matchup isn't working out for him. I know that I said before that it's even, but because of the way he plays and the way he doesn't change that, it's like muscle memory that you do the grenade and then the shield, and what happens is just that he gives free stocks to S1 there.
I think he was doing fine enough. I think
He's doing good.
he was doing quite well. He managed to take S1 to a game 5. There's not a lot of players in the Netherlands who can say that they have done that, and Grove had a great showing, but couldn't quite get it home, so to say.
Yeah. Close but no cigar.
Exactly.
Um,
Lots of cheering going on right now
Yeah.
in the venue. Not really sure what that's all about. maybe some late birthday cheering or something like that.
Could be a lot of things, really.
knows? So, we are about to head into our next match, and let me get the bracket right on my beautiful phone to just see what's going on. And I see the next match, and it's going to be, I believe, it's going to be Tarek versus Triple A, or it could be Muck versus Mr. R. So, it's either one of those two
Ooh.
matches, and I'm super excited to see either one of those face
Both of those,
off.
yeah, both of those already excite me because Muck versus Mr. R. I've seen Mr. R now. He was great in that first match, and Muck going in with the K rule, he might pose to be a real challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in a 5-stock game, he'll have some time to adjust to his playstyle. He'll, yeah, he might show us a great match.
Yeah, and I think Muck is definitely a player that can possibly upset Mr. R. And I want to take you back all the way to Smash 4 because Mr. R was considered to be a super dominant force at that point, dominating every European tournament and not letting up. And who manages to upset Mr. R in that dominant period? Well, it's Muck. Muck
course.
managed to do it with his Kirby, I believe, or his Mewtwo, either one of those. And that's just a little bit of Smash 4 history. And
So
Who
they've
kno- who
got
knows?
some history between them.
yeah, who
Yeah.
knows what might happen here because it's K-roll. You can never count out the rule. But yeah, it could
Yeah.
very well either be it could be that match coming up, or it could be Tarek versus Triple A coming up. So either one of those would really excite me. So we talked a little bit about Mr. R versus Muck. Let's focus on the other match because it's Triple A plays Palutena and Tarek plays Greninja. So that could also be
Right.
a very explosive set.
Yeah, that would be a very fast one though. Two characters with a lot of damage output, a lot of kill options. They will just they'll take stock after stock, I think.
Yeah, both characters can play quite offensively. With on the one hand having Greninja with his fast and high pressure aerials, and Palutena on the other hand also having some great frame data on her aerials and having the tools to play a very aggressive game. But AAA is not really the AAA is the Palutena player is not really an aggressive player. So I'm
stays
excited.
more with the explosive flame.
Tries to take stage control, uses
Yeah.
it to throw out auto
Well,
reticles, throws it.
Greninja does have ways to work around that because it's
Yeah.
so fast, and he has the substitute just in case, and it just. I think a defensive playing Palutena might get overrun by a good Greninja.
Yeah, and
So
good,
we'll have to see how that works out.
good Greninja. I think you said it right because we have Tarek here, and Tarek is one of the strongest Greninjas in Europe, and probably one of the the youngest players in Germany that is really on the rise up there and travels a lot. Went to France a week ago and now is here in the Netherlands, and he's been performing so well as of late. A couple of months ago, we had Syndicate 2019, the biggest or the second biggest tournament in Europe, the biggest tournament in the Netherlands, and he managed to get 7th there in 640 attendees, and
Well, that's
really
insane.
taking some very big European names there and really showing up on the international stage. So I'm super excited to see what Tarek can bring here.
Yeah, if he came here all the way from Germany, well, he better have something to show for it.
Oh, and he's got something to show. Because, yeah. Let's reiterate. 17 years old, plays Greninja, a very fun character to look at, is still on the rise as of sorts, plays in a very competitive region of Germany, travels a lot to go out of country. This guy has the juice to make it all happen, to become the next, for example, to become the next Mr. R, who was so dominant in the past, and really, just slowly made his way to the top and started beating everyone. Well, in a couple of years, Tarek might be that person.
Yeah,
That's
who
what I'm
knows?
saying.
But forget about the next Mr. R. Who knows? The next Leffen,
Oh.
Zero.
Yeah, Zero or Space.
Yeah.
Stuff, people like that who have really as of late done very well, and really could make something great happen here. Well, I'm not
Yeah.
sure where the players are staying because I'm not seeing very much
Yeah,
activity
they're taking
on
their
the
time.
on the
Yeah.
stream bench, but uh, yeah. So yeah, they're just taking their time. So let's switch topics for a second, because we've all had a beautiful, beautiful Christmas and beautiful New Year. So did you do anything fun?
Well, there was just a lot of visitors coming by, and just overall party. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's good fun. We didn't have that much fireworks this year for New Year's,
Yeah,
but
it was. There was a lot of fog around as well. So
yeah, the
it was
fog. You couldn't see anything when you
couldn't
were
see
outside. Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So yeah.
But it was still just cozy. You know,
So
it was good.
for our international viewers, how would you? Because you've probably eaten a couple of oliebollen, right?
Absolutely.
Please explain to our beautiful international viewers what an oliebol is.
How do you explain that? Um,
Go ahead. I'll be waiting.
bread and grease.
It's bread and grease. It's basically like this ball of dough, and it gets deep fried.
Yeah,
And-
deep fried bread, basically.
Yeah, and then
it's
you-
deep fried bread, and
then
you put some
you
sugar on it.
Put some
powdered sugar.
powdered sugar on it, and suddenly it's the best thing you've ever eaten. Oliebollen are a Dutch tradition.
With or without raisins.
I dislike. I like the raisins personally, but I hadn't had any raisins this year.
No?
Yeah, but so it's basically like, yeah, you've got this ball of bread, you throw a lot of powdered sugar on it, and you just start chipping away at that ball, and it's called an oliebol. So
I mean, you wouldn't chip away at one of them. You would just
oh no,
chomp down 3, 4.
Yeah, exactly. I would
Keep
I-
going.
I will throw like 3 or 4 after one after another in my mouth. That's the reason why I'm fat right now. Here. Apple. Oh, so my or the producer is asking us what we think about appelbeignets or appelbeignets. So how do we explain that one? Because it's like
To me, that's
Apple-
a no-go.
it's like apple with some sort of yeah, surrounded by also dough. I'm not
I
really
think-
sure. It's just I just smacked them. It's a,
you don't look at them. You just
No,
eat them.
yeah, you just eat them, and
So you don't know you don't know what they are. You know they're tasty.
yeah. So the Dutch are pretty
Yeah.
good at their sweets, and they're pretty good at some other
Yeah.
stuff. But
That's all we do.
the Dutch culinary experience isn't much more than that. I mean, you shouldn't have to. There's a reason why there isn't like a Dutch restaurant in one of your cities.
Deep
Ah.
fried donut.
Okay, so an oliebol is according to Google, an oliebol translated is a deep fried donut.
There's
So
no
that-
hole in there though.
There's no hole in an oliebol. Yeah, so
Still,
so the
either way.
the Germans out there might actually have a sort of a similar kind of thing. Actually, is that even a thing in Germany?
I
It's
think
called a Berliner Bowl, but I'm
But that's not
sure
quite the same. That's not quite the same.
It's not quite the
It's
same.
Oliebollen are like 100% Dutch, but they might actually take them over to Germany or whatnot because they're so close. So around the border, maybe
Mhm.
towards West Germany, they might have some of that. Just Oliebollen,
Yeah. So
that's how
what's
it
a
be.
Berliner Bowl?
Berliner Bowl.
Is that even a German thing? Because it's called after Berlin, but I know
It's named after Berlin, but it doesn't feel German.
it's just like we say French fries, but it's not really French, right?
Hardly.
Let's find out.
We're going on a tangent
We're
here, but who
googling.
cares? Who
We're
cares?
googling this live on
Berliner Bowl.
a Berliner Pfannkuchen.
It
We
just
have to
says
read this in German
It
though.
says it's a donut. It says it's a donut. It just
Yeah.
says donut.
It's a traditional German pastry similar to a donut with no central hole, made from sweet yeast dough, fried in fat or oil, with a marmalade or jam filling, and usually icing, powdered sugar, or conventional sugar on top.
Yeah, it's basically a donut
Oh my
without
god,
a hole.
look at that. That looks delicious.
It's
Doesn't
a-
that look great?
It's a donut without a hole. That's it. Also, I see Mr. R and Muck sitting down, so we should
I don't
stop
care. I
this
want to read more
conversation.
about Berliner Bowls.
You need more?
Berliner Pfannkuchen.
Berliner Pfannkuchen.
Yes,
Oh, that means they are German, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
Finally, the Germans did one good thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
For all you
okay.
Germans watching,
Hold-
please be offended.
Alright, I've got the German here. So, Berliner Pfannkuchen ist ein etwa faustgrößes Siedegebäck, das schwimmend in Fett ausgebacken wird, aus süßen Hefeteig mit einer Füllung aus Konfitüre besteht und meist mit feinem Zucker
How many
bestochen.
people are you trying to offend?
I'm not offending
All of
anyone.
them? All of them?
This is the way I read German.
Your pronunciation, the voice. Oh.
I haven't had German since I was 14, okay? You have to deal with that. It's basically just like talking Dutch for me. Except that I actually can do Dutch. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
but
talk
you
about
have to
Mr.
just
R.
do the angry
I'm not
Okay.
angry, that's just how I read German.
All Germans are angry.
Just like how I read French, it's like blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Alright,
Let's get
Muck
back to
versus
the match.
Mr.
Back
R.
to the match. Right. So we've got Mr. R versus Muck.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the K rule again. Is he gonna stick to the K rule?
Yeah. he's
Yeah.
gonna stick
K
to the
rule
K rule.
versus Crom. Ooh.
Alright, so
I feel like this is very much in Crom's favor,
it
but
should be, but you know, King K.
You
Rool is
know.
a character that's so rare outside of like the Netherlands, and
he might not know with a matchup now. Yeah.
It's just it's a difficult matchup to figure out, and Muck actually has a couple of tricks in his up his sleeve that he might be using in this matchup. But here's that up B out of
50%
shield.
already.
The soaring slash from Mr. R is going to be a great tool to deal with Muck.
It's been 20 seconds and we're seeing so much pressure from both sides already.
Muck trying to shield grab that that forward aerial on the shield, but that's not possible. It's just a little bit too slow. Tries to get the suck there
The
on
suck
Mr.
and
R.
cuck. No, that's not gonna happen here. Not against Mr. R. Here he goes. The up throw.
Yeah, and don't be fooled by the percentages, because this is pretty much as even as it's gonna get. But
Oh,
Muck,
no.
Muck first on the trigger, misses, and Mr. R punishes accordingly with that F smash. The back air being used to further.
Trying to get the spike there.
Yeah.
Oh, whiffs that.
He's gonna try
There
again.
we
and
go,
He
there
gets
we
it
go.
This time, Muck is making it even and making it look good.
You sure it's even though?
I mean,
Because considering K rule, he might be ahead right now.
yeah, he's yeah, that's hard to say because yeah, he does live until a very high percentage. But in terms of percentages, it was even just now. But Mr. R is quickly
Ooh,
making sure that Muck
he's
is
stacking that damage.
80% on Muck. So this is the percentage where he says that he gets to play the
90%,
game.
he's
Miss-
going for it.
Mr. R is not letting him play the game though. He just doesn't let him get back.
Ooh,
on
he's
the
got the
ledge.
crown. Doesn't get any shenanigans with that.
Alright, the best
Ooh.
ledge trap in the world is jab to back air. Mr. R makes it work. And King K. Rool back on 0%. And this is the struggle for Muck being comboed all over.
Yeah. I mean that's the curse of K rule, you know. He's a super heavy with really no way to get out of those combos. At best, he can like try to nair, but even then, you've got the risk of the belly armor breaking and whatnot.
Yeah.
So he's got big issues against Crom.
Great use of the belly to really make sure that Mr. R can
he's
come
gone.
back. And Muck on his last stock
That was-
makes it happen. But
Ooh.
ooh, Mr. R with a quick ender.
Yeah. He wasn't giving him any chances there. Just off the angel platform and you're dead. Yeah, that's 1-0 for Mr. R. Where are we going? Pokemon Stadium 2.
So, just keeping it on a big stage, make sure that he
Mr.
can
R
take
going
the range,
Snake?
but Mr. R is going to go Snake. He tries to play a little bit more of a campy game, I think. Let's see how this one pans out, because
Yeah.
this is a matchup which, again, you don't see that often, but I can't imagine it being anything else than being very Snake favored.
Yeah, of course, but You know, Snake gets a lot of damage in there, but on a stage like this, I think we might see K. Rool living till like, I don't know, 140, 150 easily. Especially if he can't get any like smash attacks off. He doesn't have kill options that will take care of someone as heavy as K. Rool on a stage this big.
Here's the thing though,
Quick
so Muck is gonna live until very high percentages, but Mr. R doesn't really mind that because Snake is such a great character to get confirms on high percentages, like the down throw to
Yeah,
up tilt,
true.
for
Down-
example.
Down throw is going to be his saving grace. Oh, doesn't go for the up tilt there.
No, the up tilt is not gonna connect just yet. Will connect on the next one, I believe. It's probably around 170.
He could get some pummels.
Yeah. So let's see what Muck is gonna do to
Trying
dodge
to get
that
the-
grab. Oh,
Ooh,
and there it
the Up
is.
smash. Nope.
Up tilt is gonna take it.
C4 on the ledge there. Blows up. Let's see. He's hardly got any. Oh, there's. Yeah. Ooh, there's the down throw down air.
Yeah, just great tech reads all around. Muck is
Really-
kind of struggling to get in
That's
here.
hard to get away from though. The down throw down air.
Mhm.
Because if you just go forward with that, it covers neutral get up attack, and roll forward.
Yeah.
So the only option there is to roll back, and if he rolls back, I think Mr. R could read that.
Oh.
Ooh, but the forward air! Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great forward air. He's at 165 and living.
Yeah, that's because Muck has really been looking for these grabs, but can't really find them. Mr. R always quick on the grenades and stuff like that, making sure that Muck cannot get anywhere close. Tries to get some sort of offstage game going, but Muck slowly recovering. Mr. R is looking to end this game as quickly
He's
as
got
possible.
3 stocks, and Muck's already at 93. He's no. I think this game goes to Mr. R.
Yeah, I mean that's almost a sure thing, but it's the question: can't Muck still take some kind of stock, or
Yeah,
is this
is he
the
gonna
end?
get 3 stock?
Makes it back to the stage. That's step number 1. Gets the
All
up
right,
air,
there we
that's
go.
Step
There we
number
go.
2.
At least he takes 1 stock.
He takes the stock. But
He takes a stock.
all right, in a crazy world, Muck can still make a comeback.
Yeah.
Now, is this world crazy enough? Well, we've seen the start of 2020, so you know, might very well be crazy enough to make it happen. 22% on Mr. R. That's a great start. Tries to go for the down air. Tries to go for the spike. Doesn't quite get it. Gets the back air though. Look at the percentage. It's racking up quickly.
Trying to get as much as possible. Just making do with what he's got. But if he gets hit once, yep.
Yeah,
Just one grab and he's out.
That's the thing with Snake. You know, you can't really. At some point, he's gonna get that grab and he's
Yeah.
gonna get that up.
When
tilt.
you're at 170 and you get grabbed by Snake, you just put down your controller, really.
Alright, game number 3. So, Muck hasn't been able to take a single game so far.
Hardly been able to take stocks.
Yeah, so it's looking rough.
But he's sticking to the K rule. He's sticking to the K rule.
He's a character loyalist, man.
Yeah, he's not counterpicking to another character, you know. But
Is that
Yeah.
wise? Not sure. Is it fun? Hell
it's-
yeah, I
he's
love the
playing
K
for
rule.
the people. Come on.
I love the K rule. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Using the crown, using the boulder bass to really make sure that Mr. R doesn't go anywhere. Gets the grab, gets the up throw, 36%. That up throw does so much damage. That's crazy.
Yeah. Got him at 66 already, but here comes Mr. R. Some. Damn. Oh, they're just going.
All right,
We're
crown.
even with the percent again. Mr. R. Trying to get him with the Nikita. K. Rule says no.
Tries to go for a down smash. That would have killed if it would have connected, but you know, Mr. R just
Ooh,
staying
naring
on
on
the
the
platform.
Nikita to not get hit. Oh, that was great. That was a great spot dodge from Mr. R.
Yeah, also a little bit greedy from Muck to throw out that down tilt in a disadvantageous position. Tries to go for the boulder bass, tries to go for the suck, gets the up smash.
Up smash. Yeah, but still no kill. Ooh, there's a C4 to him.
We tried to go for like
Didn't get much off it, no.
tried to go for like the C4 to the forward air combo.
Oh,
This-
there's C4 on him again.
He's gonna detonate it. Great
Ooh,
air dodge. By
air
Muck.
dodge. Wonderful.
It's a minefield for Muck right now, but he does manage to sneak through. Gets the down throw to up smash.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he needed right there. Great recovery. Can he make it past the second Nikita?
Ooh.
Tries to use the belly armor. That's the grab. That's 20%. Great start. But here's the down throw to up to forward tilt even. It's not gonna kill just yet.
No, it
K-Rool's
doesn't
a
kill
heavy
K-Rool.
boy.
K-Rool's big boy. Getting the jab. And there's the up tilt.
Right.
This is looking, yeah, very Mr. R favored.
I mean,
But
yeah.
we can't, at this point, we still can't count Muck out. Because he's at 41 as K-Rool on Battlefield. He can do some nasty things.
Yeah, it's pretty much a textbook example of why this matchup is Snake favored, and I think that Mr. R is playing it quite well. Could camp even harder, I would say. Gets the C4 on Muck. It's right there in his face.
It's that every time he does get a grab on shield, he tries to get pummels, which ends up with the grenade exploding in his face. But, ooh, there was a C4 on him?
Yeah.
I didn't even see.
Yeah, it was
Amazing.
tacked on just a little bit ago.
Yeah. But
And-
it's that every time he does get a grab on Mr. R's shield, he tries to go for the pummels, he gets the grenade, but if he would just up throw as soon as possible, I think he would go just away from the grenade, at least.
That could be. That could
Yeah,
be.
but now it's too late.
It's
Can't
too
just-
late. We're not gonna find out. Mr. R takes it 3-0 over Muck, and that means that match is settled. Mr. R will make it to the top 24, and Muck will sadly drop down to losers, but he will have a very good chance of advancing there because his K-Rool is not done just yet. He's hungry for
Of course
blood.
not. We cannot count him out. He's in the losers bracket. He's gonna go hard there. I think, because he's a very strong player, and even though he couldn't make it through winners bracket, I think at least he'll make it pretty far through losers.
Yeah, I think
and-
top 24 and top 16 is definitely doable for him. So let's see
Yeah.
where he ends up. Our next match is about to be ready, and we're finally going to see the German Greninja player take the stage. It's Tarek versus the Paluzina player from Groningen.
Right.
It's Triple A. I believe it's Groningen at least. I'm not quite sure, but he's quite far up there. So yeah, Triple A versus Tarek, and
yeah.
but
But you're gonna have to cast this one alone. I have to.
oh yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
go.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Right. I'll be back later.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about this matchup because this is the first time these two players have faced off. Tarek, of course, not a stranger to this matchup. Triple A ain't either because when you look at Palutena versus Greninja, there's a ton of Palutena players and there's a lot of strong Palutena players in Germany, such as, for example, Light. And when you look at the Netherlands for Triple A, there's a lot of Greninja players that he could have practiced with. In the past, we had Shuck as a Greninja player, who recently stopped playing Greninja. And of course, we have iStudying playing Greninja, and we've got a couple of other threats lying around in Wade, and possibly even in Groningen. I'm not too familiar with the scene there. So, seeing how this matchup is going to play out is going to be very exciting for me, because personally, I'm very, very hyped to see Tarek play here on Dutch ground. He's been doing great here in the Netherlands, I believe, having a lovely time. Had a lovely train ride sponsored by the Nederlandse Spoorwegen, the NS. No delays whatsoever, and now he's here to perform. And he has to take on Triple A, the Palutena player from Groningen, who also had quite a road to go, because Groningen to Alphen aan de Rijn is not really the closest city to travel to. But you know, having the Studenten OV or the Weekend OV, it costs $0, it costs €0, and you can quickly make it all the way to Utrecht, and from there make it to the esports game arena in Alphen aan de Rijn. What? Sorry, the production asked me something. I'm not sure what they said, so that's why I took this weird face. So, ask me again, please. Did I come on the bike? No, I did not come on the bike. Because I wohn in. I live in Nieuwegein nowadays, and Nieuwegein to Alphen aan de Rijn. Despite it rhyming, is not really that close. That's like I think it's at least a 3-hour bike ride. Yeah, so I just took the train all the way from Utrecht, traveled with all my buddies, and now we're here, and I'm here to cast this beautiful match for you, lovely people. Alright. So,
I am back.
welcome back, Hike, and we
Seems
are...
like I haven't missed much.
No, you haven't missed anything, because
Yeah.
I was talking about how people got here from all the way from Groningen, Germany. So I had a little bit of a sponsorship talk with the Ness. En de Weekend OV en Studenten OV, Bless Ome Duo, dat soort dingen. So... Oh wait, halfway through I started talking in Dutch. That was kind of weird. But no, we are going to... We're going to focus on our next match. Alright. Let me do some stretches real quick. Let's get the Greninja flowing. Let's get the AAA flowing. And we're going to make it happen.
We've got our good German friend here, right?
Yeah, he's on the left.
Versus AAA?
Yeah.
AAA. And you said this was going to be Palutena versus Greninja, right?
Yeah, I think
Right.
it's going to be AAA. Used to play a different character other than Palutena. Used to play Young Link a lot, but as of recently has really been focusing on playing the Palutena, and has been getting some good results with her in the past. On Lightning, he did particularly well, but I still think that Tarek has the edge, considering that Tarek, as of late, has been doing quite well in international tournaments. I think he could very well just take this set and possibly even take it all today. So yeah.
Who do you think has a better matchup against Greninja, though? Palutena or Young Link?
Oh, it's definitely Palutena. I think.
He's not bringing out the Greninja anyways. He's going Roy.
Okay, that's an interesting pick.
I mean...
So, the Roy, huh? I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but we're gonna find out any moment now. It's Tarek versus AAA, and we are going to see Roy versus Palutena.
I think the names are swapped
Yeah, but
down there.
the viewers at home are
we'll
smart
have that
enough.
fixed,
The,
yeah.
the viewers at home are smart enough to see what's going on. And
Tarek versus AAA. We've got AAA getting the Nair strings. And Tarek has his own Nair.
yeah, this is quite an odd matchup for both these players, because the thing with Swordies and the thing with Palutena is that Swordies really don't want you to get anywhere near their range normally. But Roy is a very weird Swordie in the sense that he doesn't really feel like a Swordie, because you actually don't want to space your aerials. You want to hit them as close as possible to get those sweet spots.
Yeah, you want the stronger hitboxes, which means you really got to get up in someone's face. But what you still get is, just like with Chrom, the jab to back air classic. Oh, the back throw is gonna do it. I think I've seen him going for the jabs. Yeah, he really wants it as well because he knows it'll kill at this percent. Definitely if he gets a strong hitbox.
Yeah, jab to back air is indeed what he's looking for at this point.
Going for the side Bs, getting mad damage. That's like a limit cross slash.
Yeah, it's actually stronger than that. But yeah, AAA really looking for the Nair strings, really looking for those combo starters. And Tarek has been getting hit by those Nairs. That's really the move he needs to watch out for on those early percentages. AAA Tries to set up a ledge trap, but gets snuck up from behind. And the forward tilt is gonna take it for Tarek.
Yeah, but he's got so much damage on him already. He seems to... He's trying to play it a bit safer now, it seems. But he's still going offensive to get back that damage.
Tarek or Triple A tried to go for a roll back to back throw. Triple A or Tarek quickly working around that makes his way back to the stage. The pressure from Tarek is good, but it's not pinpoint enough. Because Triple A has been making his way around those hitboxes from Roy.
No,
Gets the
that's
explosive
unfortunate,
flame though, and that's exactly what he needed right there.
Explosive flame keeping him just far enough from the ledge. But at 166, you don't expect him to live long anyways. Getting the up B out of shield. Ooh, and an F smash.
Yeah, and that was a great read.
Great read, yeah.
Triple A has been landing a lot with aerials, and Tarek respects those. But what he decides to do is dash just a little bit back and just make sure that he doesn't get hit by that. Tries to use the flare blade to finish off that stock quickly, but Triple A, of course, doesn't get hit and manages to make his way back to the stage.
He's going for that jab.
Yeah, Triple A. Now with the ledge trap and gets the roll read into the F smash. Really a big gamble, but it pays off. Triple A takes game number 1 over Tarek. And will we see that Greninja come out here?
Yeah, I think... Well, I'm not sure which is the better pick in this matchup, because Greninja is very fast, can get in on Palutena while she's, setting up camp, or if she's landing with Nair. But Roy, he's got that sword, and he can use it to space, even though he doesn't want to always. He can outrange her a bit. But hitting with that tipper and whatnot, it's like a pool noodle.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. So, definitely taking his time, just slowing down the picking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just making sure that you get a breather. And here we go. It's going to be the Greninja. Also switches his tag, and just shows that he has different control setup for Greninja and for Roy.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun to see. But here we go. It's game number 2, and it's going to be Triple A versus. So Tarek once again. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay. Triple A getting that first game was pretty big, because look at that already. The Greninja is showing his colors.
Right,
getting 55, well, only getting hit once. He's really going at it.
So you just saw that the way Tarek was positioned on the ledge to ledge trap there was kind of odd. He was just standing there, not really throwing out anything. That's because Greninja's ledge trapping is more reactionary really than anything. So Tarek is taking, or is patiently waiting for Triple A to make a mistake, and there was one of those mistakes, gets the down tilt to the up smash.
Yeah. I mean, we're already seeing that as soon as Tarek gets one hit, he's getting a, 5 or 6. Like, he's not letting him breathe. If he ever has the opportunity to follow up, he is going for it, and he's going in hard.
Yeah. Oh, the Shadow Sneak!
Shadow
Sneak. Wow, and
very early stock.
You said going in hard, and
that was a gamble. That was
a
real gamble, because that put him so close to the blast zone. If it whiffed, it might have cost him the stock, but he hit it, and that gives him a huge advantage here, because now he's still at 3 stocks. He's hardly been getting hit.
Exactly, and even getting the drag down combo.
The drag down,
wow.
Yep. Oh, almost killed, but yeah, this game is all for Tarek.
Tarek is putting on a show, and I'm liking what I'm seeing right here. He's really trying to cover his options, trying to mix up, and trying to really get Triple A out of his comfort zone, using the water shuriken to.
But he really knows when he can do what he's doing, because He covered a roll with F smash earlier, and he didn't get punished for it because he knew he's fast. He can dash back. He can jump away, and he won't get punished for doing things like that. And that's really smart on Tarek's part. And I can see why he's such a high level player, because he really knows his limits, and he's breaking beyond them.
All right. So AAA is looking at a triple stock from Tarek right now. It's a tough wall to climb. He's probably not going to be able to climb that wall. So I just want to talk a little bit about what was different. Because it's not only the character, it's also the way he's playing. He sort of realized that AAA is taking more of a defensive stance, always looking for the nairs and stuff like that. And Tarek has been moving around those quite well, taking it slowly, but punishing accordingly. Because Palutena, well, she has some great ways to land, but AAA hasn't been mixing them up enough. And Tarek really capitalizing on every single bit he gets.
What I think honestly is also that he in that first match seeing that he was playing defensively and not offensively. Roy might be better against an offensive Palutena because of the sword, because he can get like so close in that Palutena doesn't have much, and he can deal great damage. But seeing that he's playing defensively, he's just going Greninja, so he can be fast. He can just swerve around his attacks. He can really just play his own game. Really,
it's exactly that. And
there he goes. That's almost the stock. That is the stock.
That's a 0 to death.
That's
from
a
Tarek.
0 to death from Tarek, and he's just out here. He's vibing.
He's putting on a show, because here's the thing. Tarek is a fantastic player, and that first game really gave some people the doubt, like, hey, is he really that good? Because his Roy is nothing spectacular. But this Greninja is showing up, is really making some stuff happen right here, and I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, the percent is almost even, but Tarek is a stock ahead. And here he goes, trying to get the double down air.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get it. AAA trying to go for that S smash. But Tarek gets the better hand here. What can AAA really do in this position? Doesn't want to jump.
No, if he jumps, he would have just caught that back air. Really. But Tarek playing like hyper offensively here. He's just going in at every opportunity he can. Every time AAA leaves a gap open, he will find a way to get that down tilt, or get that forward air, even the nair, and just takes it.
That's also partly because the way AAA is playing, AAA is more focused on using his shield to really stop the offensive momentum that Tarek is putting out here. And rather than combating movement with movement, like Tarek is doing, Tarek is really using his movement to move around AAA's shield. AAA is really just a little bit slow in his shield, just always on the defensive here, and Tarek is abusing that to the maximum.
But what I'm seeing as well is that his shield, because he's using it so much, he is getting pressured by Tarek, and he's getting poked through it by things like Water Shuriken, and that just opens up even more options for Tarek, especially if he can predict that he's going to shield. He can get a lot more than he deserves.
All right.
Trying to get the nair.
He's really looking for a way to finish the stock, because Tarek has been living for high percentages. Falls out of the nair. The forward throw isn't going to do it. The up throw isn't going to do it either. Maybe this back throw will do it. No, it won't either. Over 200%.
You ever seen a Greninja at 202?
Oh, I just saw that.
Well, that's insane. He's so light. But I guess this is a big stage, a real big stage. So, I mean, they're at about the same percent, but Tarek has a huge lead with that stock.
Yeah, it should be enough. It should be enough to take it home. But don't count AAA out just yet, because what he needs is a way to finish up this stock quickly. And
Yeah, if AAA could get another read like he had in that first game with the F smash, he could just destroy a stock very early. But
Right.
what's happening is he's only getting weak hits, he's getting damage in, but he's not getting any of those kill moves.
Right.
So
you need the small
Yeah.
damage at first, right? So
you need the small damage first, but when you're at a disadvantage like this, Peloton has a lot of moves that just deal damage and set up for combos, but a lot of those moves just don't kill, not at any point. So like maybe things like an up air or even just a good back air would do way more for him than the nairs that he is getting right now.
right.
But of course, those are harder to land. Those are
Right.
harder to get in. And I understand that it's a difficult matchup for AAA here.
Yeah, Tarek going really low on that recovery. Triple A chasing, not getting anyway. Yeah, and there's the back throw. I was
Back throw.
thinking if Tarek overextends here, the back throw is going to come out. And this might be what Triple A needed. Really looking for a nair right here.
Parry
Doesn't
to F
get
smash
it.
though.
Yeah, but you see Triple A really is looking for a nair or some sort of string because he needs something to get back into this game. And a raw forward air or something like that. is
Tarek
not
really just needs anything. If he gets one down tilt on him, that might be okay. I spoke too soon.
But he got 3 down tilts on him. It ain't it just yet.
Yeah, but he just one back air and that's gonna do it.
All right.
It was almost starting to look like he was making a comeback there, but he just has so much pressure that it's hard to get around him. It's hard to get around that Greninja. Even though he is light, he's just so fast. He's hard to hit.
Yeah, but Triple A seemed to have figured out something because slowly but surely
He's
he
getting
was-
closer.
He was taking control
Yeah.
of that match. And I think using more movement is really what was the big difference maker. Let's see what happens in game number 4. It's 2-1 for Tarek, but don't
Yeah,
count our Dutch boy out just
So
yet.
long as Tarek doesn't get too greedy, I feel like he could take this. Because the last two he had been dominating until he tried to overextend to try to get greedy and got back thrown off the stage.
Triple Nair is exactly what Palutino wants on these kind of percentages. Goes
Running
for the
the
back
back
throw.
air.
I do not agree with that, but tries to set up a ledge trap here. Gets everything here. That's a roasted frog. Alright.
Trying to come back using the Shadow Sneak. Using the Shadow Sneak to get around Explosive Flame is pretty smart of Tarek.
Yeah,
It's more of a mix-up than just jumping over it, because jumping over it is... he's done that so often now that AAA could just read that or do the reticle.
It's always scary
It's
to
always-
expand your jump like that. The forward smash from the ledge is not gonna take it just yet. Tries to use the other reticle to interrupt that recovery. Doesn't end up with anything. Tarek is getting smacked around the stage right now. Just needs to find his footing back on the middle of the stage.
Yeah, he
Does
needs to get that
some-
momentum going, and then he can just take stocks. Yeah,
Alright.
I mean that's what he's here to do. Gets the drag down, but nothing off it.
Alright, AAA, what can you do to
F
make,
tilt.
to make it back to the stage here? Does get a single hit in. And this is going blow for blow. AAA takes the first stock, and it's looking better than the third game. That's for sure for AAA. It's also looking better than the second game, but that's a given.
Yeah, that second game was. I think AAA wants us to delete that.
Yeah. The only thing getting deleted here is AAA's first stock. Tarek taking a quick answering quickly on AAA, only 30%. But yeah, in this matchup, 13% difference doesn't mean anything. Gets 2 back airs, gets the water shuriken, gets the ledge trap. Doesn't really manage to get anything
Gets the
out of it.
roll.
Right. AAA back on the answering.
They're even again. AAA is starting to play a little more offensively, trying to get reads, trying to back air him, forward smash him. Just, he wants to take these stocks because he saw him live into 202, and he was like, not again. Never again.
202 is definitely not something that you want to see as a Palutena player. Tarek really looking for some kind
Back
of
throw.
down tilt setup. The back throw is going to throw him off stage, using the Shadow Sneak to get around that. We could see some kind of mix-up from AAA soon, where he baits that out and tries to beat it accordingly. Great get-up attack, that's exactly what he needed. I love the run of explosive flames from AAA, but he needs to be needs to get something done here. Gets a very deep nair and takes the
Somehow
stock.
killed.
He's
yeah.
ahead. Forward air to dash attack twice in a row. Pivot grab. AAA looking mighty fine here. Yeah, don't count Tarek out just yet. Here's that ledge trapping again. AAA manages to sneak out under the claws of that frog.
It just gets the air dodge on the forward air there. That forward air would have taken that stock easily, but he's not letting him. He's not letting him breathe. There it is, forward air. Tarek at 69%.
That is a great percentage to be at.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's not getting hit anymore. He's got the anime plot armor.
yeah, exactly. Well, now it's gone, but you know, AAA already being comboed around, gets another dash attack in, gets the drag down nair. AAA does, but not really enough to really make something happen. Tarek still on the
Trying
offensive
his
here.
best. Tarek really just wants to get rid of this stock because this is it. This is
This is his qualifier for top 24. The back air is not gonna take him out just yet. But
pressure with the water shuriken, but they're so close, and there's the forward air.
and this is
Gone.
Yeah, and Tarek takes it 3-1 over AAA, but I just want to point out that AAA has been throwing explosive flames in that position on that ledge quite often as of late, and Tarek reacting and getting in that forward air is just a sign of adaptation from Tarek's side, making it happen and
Yeah.
making it to the top 24.
Yeah, he deserves that spot, really. After what he just showed us, he started off with the Roy not so strong, but as soon as he got the Greninja, he just won game after game. The first one was absolute destruction. The second one was closer, but he learned from that, definitely, because we saw the third game and it was even closer, but he found his way around everything. He found his way into that little personal bubble that Palutena wants nobody to be in, and he took it.
Yeah, and I think that Tarek played great, but I also think that AAA played quite well, adapting to the situation, adapting to the Greninja matchup, making small adaptations in his game plan, and moving around more. I think that's the most important thing.
Definitely.
The thing I think that that caught him off guard a little bit is the explosive flame in disadvantaged positions. Where
Yeah,
he really got.
yeah.
Where he
You
really
don't
got,
expect them to do the close explosive flame when they're coming on ledge, but he kept going. He kept doing it, and at first it did work. It did work very well, even doing that explosive flame.
Yeah.
Trying to just keep himself safe,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he used it too often.
Yeah,
Because
they did. Yeah.
If you
Alright.
keep spamming anything, even if it does work, it's gonna stop working.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right on that. And on that note, I want to thank all of you for watching so far. We are going to head to a little bit of a breaky. So please don't go anywhere. Take the time to refill your water, and we'll see you very soon.
Finally find a way stepping into our tomorrow. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing throwing shadows. Silence grows in the spaces between, stretching out beyond time. Rising up as a chorus of souls finds a voice, flickering through the void. These little sparks cling on to life. Everyone caught in the struggle, and then the storms of change they fan the flames, scattering ashes to the wind. Every soul contains a whisper of light, gleaming faintly as it dwindles from sight. No escape, no greater fate to be made. In the end, the chains of time will not break. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. As fate spins a thread without end, new life draws its first breath, blossoming in a soil reclaimed from the past, where destiny holds fast. Here where we stand, hand clenched in hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esports Game Arena. My name is still Near, and next to me
I'm
is
Lustrous.
the beautiful Lustrous.
Beautiful. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Very beautiful. And we are very happy to bring you more top 24 qualifiers here at the Esports Game Arena.
Yeah, speaking of beautiful, we got a great matchup here.
Yeah. So, do you want... I'll let you introduce the players, because I've been introducing the players all day. I'm kind of
Yeah, of
sick of
course.
it. I'm gonna drink my water.
On the
Go
left
ahead.
side, we've got Space, well-known, Grip Esports sponsored. Of course, well-known as the #1 player from the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
And next to him, my boy Treehugger, who plays
Ah.
Game & Watch.
Yeah, so we've got a Game Watch and probably Inkling matchup here coming up
I think
right
so too.
on stream.
Mhm.
And I think this is one of those matchups that could really... I know that Space has the upper hand and has a winning record over Treehugger, but you can never really count out Game & Watch. He's
No,
kind
of
of a
course.
weird character, you know?
Like, who in the Netherlands plays Game & Watch, right? Next to Treehugger, there's some people who play him,
Uh-huh.
but he's really not great representative, so...
No, not like, for example, in Mexico you have like Meister, who
No,
is,
exactly.
is very strong with Game & Watch. In the Netherlands, Treehugger is your best bet, and he's going to take on Space here at the Esports Game Arena. It's game number 1. Let's see what happens.
So I'm really curious about how Space is going to handle this matchup, since I don't think he has quite a lot of knowledge about this character.
Mhm.
We played him once, I think, at Ultimate Performance, I think.
Yeah.
He of course won, but just like as you said, you can never count out a Game & Watch, since his moves are so weird.
Yeah. The frame data on his moves is quite good as well. And of course you have that fantastic up B out shield. But here's the thing. Inkling's back air actually outranges that up B out
It does,
shield.
yes.
And Treehugger is a very aggressive player, as you can see. Not really the type of player to sit in his shield. So we should see a very explosive matchup. And here's
Oh,
that
and
up
here
throw
we
up
go.
air. So judging from how that went, I would say the up throw up air percentage for Space is around 90%.
I'm not sure actually. I think Game & Watch is quite easy to booyah, as the up air, throw up air is called.
Mhm.
But one thing to keep in mind is, because Inkling does so much damage with her ink, it's really easy to overshoot the percentages of being able to throw up air.
Yeah, but Space is one of those players that can really, that has all those percentages on deck and knows exactly when to do what. So, we'll see what happens as this match progresses, but as so far, Space with a slight advantage. You saw the bucket come out there, using it to absorb the splat bomb.
Yeah, it's... wait, did he actually absorb it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, that up smash of course doesn't have any end lag, so
Mhm.
it's really hard to punish that.
Yeah, in the past, when I played Game Watch,
You played Game & Watch?
No, when I played against Game
Okay.
Watch, sorry. And yeah, I do play a little bit of Game Watch. I used to always try to punish that up smash, you know?
Yeah.
And every time I tried it, I got down smashed
It's
instead.
so wonky,
it's
yeah,
so...
exactly. Ooh,
Using
quite
the bucket,
crafty.
Yeah, using the bucket to finish off that stock. The bucket is actually a frame 2 move, so that was a great.
Yeah, exactly.
Oil
of course,
panic.
he didn't. Every time he was on ledge, he rolled. So he actually conditioned him to try to interrupt the roll. But great use of the Gumby.
Yeah, and great use of the nerf right here as well. 46% in a single combo, using the bacon to further extend his lead.
Yeah, and Treehugger's really good on the momentum right now.
Yeah, Space really struggling to land and even lose his stock.
Exactly.
Wow.
Momentum carrying really on.
Wow, and if the first stock is also like this, then Treehugger might be looking at a 1-0 advantage right here, but never count out Space. Once he slows down the game pace and slows down to a pace that he is comfortable in, he could really take this stock quite easily as well.
Yeah, and it's really even right now. And I think the up air would have been better than the nair, since he could have extended the combo way more. But going for a safe option with the nair.
Yep.
And the up B out of shield is really strong on Game & Watch.
It is.
I don't think Space is doing a really great job of spacing the barrel really well. He's been hit by the up B multiple times now.
Yeah, also trying to punish some certain moves that you can't really punish. Space really looking for a grab right now, tries to go for the tomahawk there, but Treehugger quick on the up B. And this game is looking to go to a last hit situation here.
Yeah.
Space still looking for the grab.
Yeah, just like we said, Game & Watch frame data is so wonky, and you really need to study the matchup really well before you actually can confidently play against this character. And just like we said, we don't think Space actually did study the matchup really well, since he's been trying to punish a lot of options, but most of them aren't punishable.
That's the down tilt. Ooh, even the reflect
great
on
reflector.
the Rudolph's splat bomb. Now the bacon setup is complete. Tries to get a bomb in there. Space just patiently waiting it out with the key.
The key to victory. Treehugger takes game 1.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild, and Treehugger taking game number 1 over Space. But
So
yeah,
I'm really curious. Is Space going to keep on playing Inkling? His bear usage was okay at the first half of the game, but eventually he didn't actually space the bear really well. So I'm curious if he's going to stay Inkling because of the bear, or if he's going to change the pace a bit for Joker.
yeah, could really. I have reasons to suspect that he's going to switch to Joker. I have reasons to suspect that he's going to keep on playing the Inkling.
Still going to Inkling.
And I think the Inkling is the right choice here. So let's see how this one plays out. I think that he could very well take the game with the Inkling. Going for the schoolgirl outfit for a change. This is a new one because I haven't even seen Space ever play this outfit, but you know, that doesn't really matter anymore.
That's fine. But one thing to keep in mind is Game & Watch does have some really wonky setups with his side B going for a 9. So I'm curious if he's actually going for it.
Yeah, of course, in the Netherlands we have one Game Watch player who is very well known for trying to hit as many 9s as possible. That's not Treehugger, but you know, Treehugger might have some crafty setups up his sleeve.
And even game right now, and I'm curious if Space has made the adaptation.
Yeah, it's really about Space in the back airs and also just moving around well, because Treehugger, as I pointed out earlier, is quite an aggressive Game Watch player.
Yeah, he really is.
He doesn't really like sitting on his shield, doesn't really like waiting for the up Bs, and so far...
Those Jokers are so hard to deal with. One thing I've seen Space do really well is how he... the down smash, of course, killing him. But what I was trying to say was Space actually is mixing up the timing of his areas really well. He did get a lot of jabs after the mix-up of spacings. But let's see if Treehugger can find a solution to this.
And Treehugger understands that he doesn't... all he needs to do at this percentage is not get grabbed. And he does get grabbed.
He did get grabbed. Oh my god.
Okay, so I just cursed Treehugger a little bit there. But yeah, at like 90%, all Treehugger has to do is not get grabbed, and Space really has a tough time killing. So maybe that changes a little bit.
Yeah, just like game 1 last stock, right? Treehugger got to 120%, which is outside of up throw up air percentage. And you can see how much Inkling has trouble killing.
Yeah. Alright. Treehugger really making a statement here in game number 2, showing that he's not to be underestimated, but Space saying, well, you are not to be underestimated, but I'm the damn #1 of the Netherlands. You can't really take me on that easily.
Yeah, and with how aggressive Treehugger is, all those kind of players always have some momentum going forward with him, right? So in this advantage, they mostly aren't really great, but whenever he's able to push the advantage, those momentums really carry on. And I think Space is doing a really good job of halting that momentum.
Yeah, really slowing down the game pace, making sure that Treehugger has to play at his pace rather than at Treehugger's pace, because Treehugger wants a chaotic game. He wants to make sure that Space does not get any time to breathe.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I can remember more of Treehugger's advantages, but it's still even game.
Alright, 115% on Treehugger outside of that up throw up air range. Let's see how Space decides to kill him, if he can get there at all, because Treehugger is moving around quite well. Tries to go for the back throw, is not going to kill, of course.
Yeah, it was a DI mix-up, I think. I think he expected the forward throw. But yeah, just what Inkling is trying to fish for, I think, is a good roller setup. Or just the bear off stage,
Yeah,
and
just
there we
this-
go.
And that bear was still. And it just goes to show that Game Watch is such a light character
yeah,
that
of
even
course.
that bear can kill at some point. This is what Space is known for, the bear to the jab and not getting another bear into grab, and 60% already on Treehugger.
Yeah,
You
that
see,
rage is really stacking up.
Right,
And also the ink, of course.
Lustrous, like you said earlier, the what's it called? The momentum is completely shifting into Space's favor.
Yeah, exactly. And oh, great tech chase. Oh, was it even a tech chase? I think he just tried to run away.
He just kind of rollered. He just decided, yeah, Final Destination needs to rework. Let's just give it a nice.
Yeah, and Space
purple
takes
color.
game 2.
Despite being on the back foot most of the game,
Yeah.
he takes game 2. Quite different from game number 1, where he was on the front foot most of the game, but Treehugger just turned it all around.
Yeah, I think Space really made a great adaptation of not trying to get too close of his shield. I've seen him get hit by 2 up Bs out of shield,
Yeah.
so I think he actually has the spacing good under control.
Yeah, and it's not only the spacing, it's also just slowing down everything, like the way he does, just by spacing those back airs, just by making sure that Treehugger doesn't get to play his game, his chaotic style, you know,
Oh,
the Game
exactly.
Watch with the down smash and the up smashes, always manages to get some sort of smash attack in. Let's see what game number 3 holds in store for us, Lustrous. This is it, Treehugger versus Space, game number 3.
Starting off really well, hitting 2 of those nairs. I think the nair covers really a great space, so great option. Of course, he saw Space try to go for that platform there. And that hitbox is huge of that nair. Have you ever seen that hitbox?
It is huge, and it's also really, it's quite quick as well. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just a great move overall.
And Treehugger really on the front foot right now.
Right, but just like we saw in the previous game, Space is really good at making like a comeback or just slowing down in general.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing to consider is how jab actually takes a lot of time, and I think some good players actually use that time to think about what their next option is, because that jab lasts for like 5 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
So just by wasting 5 seconds, so to speak, actually halts some momentum of Treehugger. Oh, that turnaround roller. Oh, but he didn't actually get the F smash. Treehugger mashing really well.
Yeah, a great mash. Also pretty low percentage, so
Yeah,
no
exactly.
true confirms there from Space. Also a bit of an awkward angle.
Yeah.
Treehugger on the ledge, gets back with the jump. Also using the bucket to retain some momentum from that jump. I think that's a cute option from Treehugger. Really liking what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah.
Tries to go for the key.
I'm not sure if you can actually be reversed with the bucket.
I think you can't.
Because
But
it's quite good for shifting your drifting. But Space taking stock 1, and it doesn't seem like Treehugger can get his momentum back. And I mean, Yeah, Space just has so many movement options, so trying to ledge trap it is really hard.
Yeah, also did great aerial drift on Inkling is helping him out, but
Ooh.
Treehugger with the turtle is saying no
Yeah,
way.
he actually
it's
covered
over.
all the space there. The up airs covered the jump, and the bear is such a big and active hitbox, he actually couldn't get past that.
Yeah, exactly.
Even game again.
Yeah, and getting 2 nairs is not really enough right now, but it's a start. You know, you need to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. But keep in mind on the percentage of Treehugger. It's around 90% now, so I
Yeah.
think this is throw up air percentages.
It might very well be, but the one getting just over that 90%. Let's
Let's
see.
see.
It works.
And it kills.
It works. So Game Watch actually has a pretty big
window.
range.
Yeah.
Big window for space to get those up throw up air
So it's like
percentages in.
90% till 100%.
Yeah, I think
from
a
what
lit-
we've seen now.
I think it's a little under 90 to a little over 100. So let's see how space works around that percentage. All right, gets a jab in.
We haven't seen Treehugger go for a side beat.
Yeah, we saw him whiff a couple, but
Yeah, was it
No.
actually with?
yeah, it was more like, hey, look, I've got this move.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah.
All right, tries to go for the double up air. Space wisely jumping out of that.
Yeah, but his combos are really good from Treehugger. He actually knows that really good.
Oh, gets the reflect, but space gets the down tilt. It's straight. Triple down tilt on the ledge. Gonna go for it again. 2 frame. Another reflect. I love these reflects coming out from Treehugger. Great recovery. Manages to make it back, but 170% is not where you want to be against Inkling. Gets the stage spike, and that's those nasty stage spikes that you need to watch out for when playing against Game Watch.
Oh,
Gets the roller,
catching
though.
a landing.
Yeah.
A great job by Space.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, it's looking like Space made the adaptations really well. It wasn't just a fluke on game 2.
No, it definitely wasn't a fluke, and Space is showing that he can recover from a game 1 that was in his favor, but he let slip out of his hands.
Yeah, exactly.
And now he's slowly but surely grabbing the games back. From
Yeah, and
Treehugger.
game 2 was kind of close, right?
Yeah.
And game 3 was convincing.
Not close. Not close.
Mhm.
Alright, so this is it. Game number 4. Can Treehugger make it to a 2-2, or will Space just take it 3-1? Let's find out in this episode, not in the next one.
So, what do you think of going Final Destination?
I like Final Destination for Game Watch because landing against Inkling or landing against Game Watch is actually a nuisance, especially without the platforms. Look at these up airs. He's gonna be able to
Yeah,
string
just
these.
like you're saying, landing is so hard against Game & Watch.
It forces space to go to the ledge, and the ledge trapping from Game Watch is actually quite scary because if you make the wrong choice, you get down smashed, and the down smash leads to the forward smash. So
Yeah, or just up smash, which doesn't have any landing recovery lag almost. Of course. Ooh, one thing to keep in mind is the bear, of course, is a disjoint. But if you use this way too much, it's going to steal really quickly.
Yeah.
But of course, Inkling is Inkling isn't going for bear kills at this percentages, so I think that's a fine option to go for. And of course, Inkling is going for a grab here, and he gets it.
Yeah, up throw. Doesn't get the up air, but does catch the landing. It's a repeat of what we saw earlier on Town and City.
Yeah.
Getting the landing with those rollers.
Yeah, and he saw the air dodge, so actually it wasn't a big prediction there.
No, but still, you need to, in that moment, you still need to get it, and he got it, so yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that a-
it's Game Watch. It's
oh,
Game
yeah.
Watch.
Oh,
He
yeah,
gets
yeah.
back anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure of that, since the landing lag of the air dodge can be a bit tricky.
Game Watch is one of the few characters that can actually recover from a buffered air dodge. So, on the ledge, Space chooses for the get up attack and gets away with it.
I think he only needs one. Oh, that clanked. I think he only needs one aerial before you can actually booyah, and I think this is percentages,
Yeah, this is the percentage.
which he doesn't need.
He doesn't need it. Gets the forward air with that rage, 180% on Space.
Yeah, and Treehugger's getting desperate, trying to go for the up smash. And man, every game looked kinda close until Space made the adaptation.
It's this set is telling a story basically. First game, Treehugger won in a close game. Second game, Space won in a close game. Then it wasn't as close, and now it's just
A big stomp.
it's just a stomp.
Yeah.
Let's be real. And maybe Treehugger in some kind of fantasy world can make a comeback. Does get that stock.
He
That's
only
great.
needs like 2 9s here, right?
But look at the percentage. It's already nearing that 90%,
Yeah.
which we talked about so often so
Mhm.
far. Yeah, he can get 2 9s. Then he won the game.
And then it's 5-5.
Exactly.
2-2.
Exactly. That's exactly what he needs. So let's find out.
Yeah, he
Space
gets
is
it.
as consistent as ever, and Space gets the 3-1
Yeah,
victory
of course
over
people,
Treehugger.
Yeah, of course people meme about the consistency of Space's up throw up air, but it's actually really scary how consistent he gets it.
He gets it consistently, and that's all she wrote for Treehugger. Space takes it 3-1 over him, and Space makes it to the top 24. Big surprise.
Not at all.
Not at all. No,
He's so
I'm
good.
expecting Space to make it to
Yeah.
the top 8.
I think he's seated first here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
He should be at least.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are some people on this tournament that can beat Space. We have seen it in previous tournaments like Lightning, where he got beaten by both Young Eevee and I Studying.
Yeah,
So
and both of them are here.
yeah, so really it's not as clear cut as it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not supposed to be, oh, it's going to be Space in the grand finals facing
No,
off against
exactly.
Mr. R. This tournament could really go
So,
anyway.
what players are interesting to look at here?
Okay, so I've got a list of players. Wait, let me start up my stupid...
Take your time.
Yeah, I've got my notes here. So I've got them. So I've written down some players which I think we need to look out for, and we've
Okay.
seen a couple of these play already in Pool A. And if you are interested in who's in Pool A and who's in Pool B, you can check out the bracket by typing an ! bracket in the Twitch chat. And you can also type lovely comments for us in the Twitch chat, or you can post hate comments towards me, not towards Lustrous. He's doing all right.
Thanks. Man.
So the players I wrote down as notables for today are Mr. R, Super Semi, I Studying, Petrino, S1, Tarek, Young Eevee, Anti-Reflex, Treehugger, Skippo, and Kumiko, and also Muck. So those are kind of the players I'm expecting to make top 16.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure on all of them, but at least Mr. R, Super Semi, etc. are supposed to make top 8. And some of these players have faced off in the past. For example, at Lightning we saw S1 and Super Semi face off.
Yeah. Which was a month ago, right?
Yeah,
So
that's the most recent tournament we've had.
no, exactly. But during that time span, a lot could have been changed.
Yeah.
About them going for the adaptation on how they level up their game,
Mm-hmm.
or just more matchup knowledge, since it's
Mhm.
so different playing on a bracket than just friendlies.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to note that these top players of the Netherlands regularly play together at Meru's home.
Yeah, exactly.
And Meru is another player who sadly couldn't attend today, but a fantastic Peach player from the Netherlands,
Mhm.
who also goes internationally quite a lot,
Yeah, of course.
who's always on the road to becoming a better player.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see how these players have leveled up in the meantime, and if we get some rematch from past sets, like for example Super Semi versus S1, which is a match which I'm really looking forward to, then maybe we could see some changes from the past.
Yeah, but going into the next match, we have Young Eevee, recently sponsored by the Dutch Brawlers, going against Paint.
Yeah.
Two characters we don't see a lot. We have a Bowser Jr., of course, Young Eevee, famously, versus a Duck Hunt duo.
Yeah.
And I played my fair share against a Duck Hunt duo, also in Gelderland scene, where Young Eevee is also from. Kaak plays him.
Oh, Kaak does play Duck and Duo right now. Oh,
a
really?
bit. He plays it as a secondary whenever he tries to relax a bit. But I'm sure Young Eevee also played against a Duck Hunt duo a lot, since Guus or Kaak tries to relax a lot whenever he's tilted, and I'm quite sure he might get tilted sometimes against Young Eevee. So, but he doesn't just play it to relax. His Duck Hunt duo is legitimately really scary. And most of this is of course people don't know, not knowing the matchup really well. So I'm quite curious about how Paint utilizes his other side of the matchups,
Right.
since I think Paint, of course, solo mains it. He
Mhm.
knows quite a bit more about the character.
Yeah.
So maybe he has some options young Eevee doesn't even consider.
Yeah, I think you're making a lot of great points. So let's flip the situation. Let's view the situation from Pain's point of view.
Yeah.
Because he has to face off against the Bowser Jr. Now, how many matchup experience can you have against Bowser Jr.? Why is young Eevee hovering Olimar? I don't want to see young Eevee's Olimar.
I don't think he actually was.
Oh, thank goodness.
Going to Larry, of course.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Paint has any experience, so I'm curious to see if he makes it work.
Yeah, let's find out in game number 1 how these players match up. It's young Eevee versus Paint. It's Lemmy versus Duck Hunt duo here in game number 1.
One thing to look out for is the item play of young Eevee. Since of course Duck Hunt really tries to camp it out. He of course himself has his projectiles with the down B and the neutral B, of course. Oh my god.
Oh my
That was a
goodness.
kill?
What? That killed? That's crazy. Normally I say that killed when he hits the jab, but oh man. That was beautifully played by young Eevee right
He
there.
read the jump really well. That was great. Let's see if Paint has any answers.
I'm not sure what kind of answer you're expecting.
but
that was a statement from young Eevee, and
yeah, a big one for sure. So one thing that's really hard for a zoner like Duck Hunt Duo to do is try to come back. Of course, Duck Hunt Duo tries to play it a bit slowly, not really engaging, but at this point he really has to if he's down one stock.
yeah. And he's taking it slow, trying to slow down the game pace because young Eevee has been all over his pace. Gets the jab, gets the Ken to interrupt it.
Yeah,
That's great.
Duck Hunts can control the can while in hit stun. So during a big long jab, he can actually try to interrupt that jab.
Yeah. Young Eevee trying to return to the center of the stage here, uses a Mecha Koopa to do so. The can is not gonna kill, usually very still for Duck Hunts around this percentage. So it's gonna take a little bit more percentage to kill.
Yeah, and Duck Hunt has no ways of killing except for the can, and that's a big problem for what the character actually has. But he did find the kill option.
Yeah. So that's a great return from the start of this game, because all things considered, being down a stock immediately right out of the gates is very hard
Yeah.
for Duck Hunt Duo to deal with. But I think that Paint has been doing quite well for himself despite that early deficit.
So one thing I saw young Eevee do was drop the Mecha Koopa on the platform. Ooh, that almost hit
He
him.
tried to go for it again.
Yeah. So he dropped the Mecha Koopaling on the can. So I think Duck Hunt tried to hit it, but he actually couldn't because of the interruption with the thingy.
Right. Yeah, the Mecha Koopa are a great tool for Bowser Jr. to
tool?
work with, and I'm really liking what young Eevee's bringing to the table here.
Yeah.
He's really showing his knowledge of this matchup.
Yeah, of course. And also off stage, of course, Duck Hunt can doom. Oh my god, that side B hit the can. So oh my god, I'm just shocked.
You're speechless.
I'm
Yeah,
speechless.
I know. I
don't think
that was
it was
insane.
actually intentional, but oh my god.
No, I mean, even if it wasn't intentional, I mean, it still looked beautiful.
So going into game 2, of course, game 1 isn't really telling of how Paint will play this matchup since he, of course, lost stock 1. But let's see if it will go better.
Yeah, we're gonna find out any moment because we are headed into game number 2. It's going to be Pokemon Stadium once more, so it's another big stage. Young Eevee not scared to take this Duck Hunt Duo to a large stage, which invites him for a nice little bit of camping, because the size of the stage are actually pretty close to the blast zone, and that helps young Eevee find some early kills. as we saw in game number 1.
Yeah. And Young Eevee's offstage is so good, and
Yeah.
especially against a character with not as much of an option recovering. But Young Eevee, it's really weird. He always gets it right whenever you're trying to read for a offensive option. But he covers so much just like that. It's just that it whiffed, but he actually did cover that option.
Yeah, just barely misses out on that up B. It helps that Bowser Jr. has a lot of ways to stall the momentum, but looking at the percentages, Paint actually pulls out ahead for the first time in this set, and it's it's looking
even
better
right
for him.
now.
Like you said, the first game was a bit skewed because of that first kill, but
And
as
just
you
like
also
that.
said, Young Eevee is very good off stage,
Yeah.
and he makes it happen.
So of course Paint can't camp right now, and also Duck Hunt has a hard time killing. So whenever they're actually even in percentages, they're not really, since Young Eevee has so much options to kill with.
Right. Yeah, he does. Thinking of, you need to realize for the viewers at home that jab from Bowser Jr. is a fantastic tool to finish off stocks with because it's so quick and it's so good. Alright, now we see Paint with the grab, but it's not
Yeah,
gonna
and
kill
it's so
just yet.
hard to kill with Duck Hunt. That problem occurs so many times.
It's mostly because the can is so still, you know.
Yeah.
You actually need the can to kill, but you also need the can to get out of combos,
Yeah,
rack on the
exactly.
damage. It's so tough
Yeah.
for Duck Hunt to really make something happen.
Yeah, and Paint's finding the kill, but at a very big percentage, so it's so hard.
Does interrupt the up throw up air combo from Young Eevee, so that's a small win right there. 30% lead right now, makes it 40%. Young Eevee with the ledge trap doesn't quite get it, but does get the up air as Paint was retreating on the stage.
There's one thing I noticed that that might be a kill.
It's not gonna kill.
Okay. One thing I noticed is how the cannonball goes through everything. So what you can do with that is kill the down B of Duck Hunt, which
the
he
dummy.
isn't be able to use for 6 seconds whenever one of those guys is killed.
Right.
It's really important to try to defuse as many options against the Duck Hunt. Like whenever you hit the can, you can't control it freely anymore, so that's a big plus. And of course, not having a down B for 6 seconds. Oh, God, that's nice.
Ooh, tried to go for the cannonball right there,
Yeah.
but the Mecha Koopas will keep the Duck Hunt duo at bay. Tries to go for down tilt, might have preferred a jab right there, because the jab would have definitely killed this time around. Paint tries to go for a second up air, a bit too overzealous.
Yeah, but I think it's oh, he actually made a somewhat of a comeback.
That killed?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really surprised at
It
how
was
early.
full rage.
Yeah, that was full rage indeed, but still, I'm surprised that killed. But
Yeah.
Paint makes it, takes a small lead, but then Young Eevee immediately takes it back.
But him
Oh my, what?
that goes. Oh my God, that goes through everything.
Everything was exploding right there.
But one thing I actually think is really good is how oh, that almost shook the road. But Paint's actually lived to 200%. Well, I just told you that Young Eevee has so many ways of killing. So he played that really well.
He did play that really well, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Paint
Yeah,
right
and
here.
it's resulting into a almost even game.
Look out though, Paint. You need to watch out for those jabs, because the jab is gonna come out soon. The Mecha Koopa, very
Yeah.
hard to deal with. Look at the cannonball, it's dipping
so
down!
much pressure there. It's one big walking hitbox there.
Yeah.
Which is going really slowly, of course.
The thing also is, with that cannonball, it moves so slowly.
Yeah.
It's such an annoying thing to deal with, and suddenly it dips down all the way
Yeah,
to
exactly.
the bottom. And sometimes it can be hard to maneuver around that, especially if you've got a linear recovery.
Yeah,
like
and it's
Duck Hunt.
like a non-committal good coverage, since it's covers like the whole horizontal space of that.
Yeah.
And if Paint were to try to go down, Young Eevee can just dare that.
Yeah, or
Nair or
the
anything.
Mecha Koopa.
Yeah,
We've seen the Mecha Koopa do so much work for Young Eevee, but Paint has been fighting. Do not count this Duck Hunt duo out just yet, because they are yeah, well on their way on making some sort of game or upset happen.
Yeah, and game 2 was so much better than game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that's first stock of game 1 isn't very telling, but I do think he's playing the matchup quite okay.
Yeah, I do. I'm not really sure about the Lilith pick though, because Lilith is quite a good stage for Bowser Jr.
Yeah, we can see that.
Does make it back. The jab is not gonna kill just yet, but just barely doesn't.
Yeah,
Ooh,
wait,
he
what
comboed
happened?
He comboed into the cannonball. He did
That's
the back.
crazy.
He got the back air, comboed into the cannonball, and that's insane indeed.
Yeah, and it's just telling of how active that hitbox is, because that cannonball was shot 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, it was practically shot in 2019, and it did hit just now. Goes off stage side B, and ooh, he tries. Paint is moving around beautifully. Doesn't get hit by anything, but is it too little, too late?
Yeah, just that offstage game of Young Eevee is so insane good.
It is.
And it's like he's playing doubles with himself. The way he handles the Mega Koopa, ping-ponging the opponents to his own attack. It's crazy.
It is indeed lustrous. As you put it, it's crazy. Combos into the Ken, that's a good thing for Paint, but Young Eevee makes it back every single time. The Gunman isn't gonna do much. The Cannonball, it's been such a great move for Young Eevee so far, and Young Eevee is showing on this stage why he is widely considered to be one of the best Bowser Juniors in the world. Up smash it is.
Drop down into up smash. Yeah, it's looking really rough for Paint, but he did manage to get a kill.
Yeah, and that's the start of a comeback. You know, every comeback has to start with one KO.
Or just one hit.
One hit. Yeah, really. But yeah, okay. Young Eevee, can you let me down, please? Please?
Yeah, it's looking really grim, but wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, Paint is pushing his advantage really well, actually, all things considered.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got...
Ooh.
Great coverage.
Oh, the cannon's just barely not gonna kill.
Yeah, it's so
It's
still, just
so
like you
still.
said.
Alright, but Young Eevee on the ledge. Can Paint make it happen? He tries to go for the up smash.
I mean, the comeback is really quite more possible.
It is looking possible. Gets the
Yeah.
Ken. Wow, Paint, keep going, because this might be your game to
Yeah,
take.
that was really greedy of Young Eevee trying to go for the cannonball.
Uh-oh. I
that's
cursed him.
sad.
I cursed him.
That's really cursed.
I'm sorry.
But all things considered, Paint played really well.
Yeah, I think he did. But Young Eevee
Played better.
just